Y'all, we are officially on week 4 of our top 30 NBA players by position rankings. We're recording this one a week in advance, so if anything massive happened, if Damian Lillard got traded recently, if James Harden is a Clipper, we're not going to talk about it because we don't know about it yet because our guy Mo is going on vacation, so we're recording this early, like I said. But yeah, man, I guess we just hop right into these rankings.
Yeah, let's go. We can't do anything topical. So, let's go. Let's rank.
We're talking to y'all from the past. It's crazy. Yeah, man. Last week we did, yesterday technically, we did small forwards. And that was a pretty good list. That was coming off of the shooting guards, which was like horrendous. There was like no depth. I am sad to report we have once again reached a horrendous list. The bottom 10 of the power forwards is nasty. It should be fun though.
There's gonna be a lot of reaching here, but hey, there's gonna be a lot of explaining to do too. I'm excited.
Yeah, probably a lot of names that are very different from the rest of us.
100%. I'm sorry. I'm already looking at my list. I already see that I have made a mistake. So when we get there, we will fix it. And it's okay.
Okay. But yeah, man. Before we get into it, if you're watching on YouTube, do us a favor, drop a like and subscribe. Help us reach more viewers. If you're on audio platforms, rate us 5 stars. Follow as always. Leave a review, which I think helps a lot. But yeah, man. In the what else I gotta say? In the description, you'll see our Discord, you'll see our merch, you'll see our personal channels, all that. Let's jump into this top 30. I'll go ahead and send my first 5. We'll get straight into it. It is on the screen now. At number 30, I have Zachary Collins. Crazy pick. At 29, Kevin Love.
We're starting off hot. Okay.
29, Kevin Love. 28, PJ Tucker. 27, Jay Crowder. And 26, Tari Eason.
Having Jay Crowder on the list is so ass.
I almost forgot about him.
I feel so bad for him, bro.
Yeah, he missed like a whole year because he was holding out. And the world's worst holdout. I don't know who he thought he was, but it resulted in him being traded to the Bucks super late in the season, and there just wasn't enough time for him to gel in the rotation, so he didn't really play. So I held that against him a little bit. That's why he's so low. But I figured he probably still deserved a spot in the list because he's still Jay Crowder. He just didn't get to play.
Yeah,
that is very true.
Bossman 99 reigns supreme.
Trading 5. What the Bucks traded for him for? What, like 5 first or second round picks? Absolutely insane. Just to not let him play.
Is that what it was? I don't even remember.
It was insane. Yes. I think it was like 5 first or second round picks. Crazy, dude.
That's wild. That trade deadline, they were slinging second round picks. Everybody was. Didn't the Warriors trade like 5 as well for Gary Payton?
Yeah, they did. Exactly. That needs to be studied in NBA nerd history.
Yeah, what do you think about this 5? Nasty list of names, but do you guys have Jay Crowder on your list?
No.
I do not have Jay Crowder. But immediately I see Kevin Love is there. Yeah,
he is.
He's been pretty. He did good in the playoffs actually though, which is helps your case. PJ Tucker's there. What does he do other than like
he runs around? He runs around and he tricks people into giving him money. PJ Tucker is he's washed at this point. I'm so glad that PJ Tucker is like in Isaac's bottom 5. Mo, I hope he's in yours because he's for sure in mine. Because I don't know what he does at this point in his career.
He's still a decent defender, not quite what he once was, but he has some utility there. But looking at his offensive production is fucking comical. Like comparing to every other starter in the league, and the fact he takes like 2 shots a game, averages 3 points. Like, dude, he's just like a non-factor on one side of the court.
I've never seen an NBA player go on an historic run of not scoring while playing over like 25 minutes a game. Like it has to be some type of challenge or a bet or a dare that he made with like one of his friends or something like that, dude. Like that's not even possible when you have players like Joel Embiid and James Harden who just command so much attention, It's like how? Yeah. He did that last season. So PJ Tucker's, regardless of the fact, like he's still valuable and I think he deserves his respect. And
a little bit.
Every player, almost every team can use someone like PJ Tucker. That's
I guess. Listen, his shoe game is cool, right? He seems like a very good locker room guy. Like I'll give him props.
He's a University of Texas alumni. He's going to the same school as me. That's about the nicest thing I can say about him.
Yeah.
That's why he made you guys' list. I understand.
Listen, in 2018, I was all on the PJ Tucker train. He was one of my favorite role players. Nowadays, he's there for
vibes.
He respect. Yeah, man. Zach Collins making the list is a crazy turn of events. Did not expect that, but that's the bottom end of the power forward position for you. It was between him and Yuta Watanabe for my 30th spot.
Dude, Zach Collins actually like played well, although it was on a Spurs team that had zero motion. I was surprised when I looked at his. Well, not surprised. I know he had a good season, but he averaged like 11 points a game, which is pretty solid.
Yeah, and his defense is pretty good too. He's like not a key part for their young core, but he's a relevant part of the rotation that they like are thinking about. Like when I see Spurs fans talk about their potential lineups next year, Zach Collins and how he's going to fit next to Wemby is like a part of that equation.
Yeah,
which is better than you would expect it a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I almost think that he should probably be a little bit higher, but it's Zach Collins again, and I'm not arguing anything about him. Man.
Do you have Zach Collins higher?
No. Do I have him higher? Yeah, I do. A little bit higher. Yeah, he's on my list.
Okay. Well, let's go to the next 5, Donovan. What do you got?
All right. So at 30, I got your boy Yuta Watanabe.
Let's go.
Yuta made the list. Then we get to Zach Collins. This next pick, pure potential pick. Jabari Smith Jr. I'm putting him there. Listen, he was not good last year, and I 100% understand that. But I'm holding out hope.
Ass.
Yeah. And then 27, we got PJ Tucker, and then 26, we got KJ Martin.
I counted KJ Martin as a small forward, so I didn't include him. But if we're including him, I also would put him on my list for sure.
Okay. But yes, but those are my first 5.
Okay.
How we feel?
Not bad.
So listen, if we're going off the last 20 games of the season exclusively, then Jabari Smith Jr. deserves it. First 60, not so much. So I didn't include him. Like I had Tari Eason on there, who I thought was straight up better than him last year. Mm-hmm. The problem is Tari Eason only played like 21 minutes per game. But if he would have played like starter minutes, as I think he deserved last year, he would have put up pretty impressive stats. I think he's the type of guy that was just more well equipped to come in and immediately be productive as a rookie, rather than Jabari, who was a little more raw, and also was just not equipped for the role that was asked of him last year. I think Jabari, like, I still have faith for him for next year. Like you said, it's a pure upside play. I think it'll be solid, but last year he wasn't ready to have the workload he had.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody on Houston was ready for the workload that they were supposed to have, because nobody.
Tari Eason was.
I guess so. But and listen, Steven Silas just was like, "No, I'm just not gonna, I'm not gonna give you any minutes." So like Jabari Smith Jr., third pick in the draft, second pick,
yeah, third,
yeah. So I think that he has, like, his defensive potential is still really, really like high for me, and I think that he's going to be able to do a lot of things on defense and kind of help out this Rockets front court. And I think that him and Dylan Brooks is going to be a very, very good like foundation, especially like for Şengün, who is not the best defender. Like they're going to be able to cover him up a lot. And I think that even if he doesn't make the strides offensively that we thought, because coming in, we kind of understood that like his offensive game was going to take some time, but he should have been able to kind of, hold your own on defense. He had the tools to be a good defender. I think we're going to see more of that this next year. So that's why I'm putting him right there.
Yeah, I can respect that. Yeah, it really just comes down to if his shot's falling or not. Like he has to be an effective spot-up shooter right now because he can't create for himself at all. And if his spot-up jumpers aren't falling, he's going to look really fucking terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks. Regardless of the fact, he's going to be a productive player in the NBA just because of his basic skills. He can shoot, play defense, and he can stretch four. So yeah, hopefully. I like the list. Yeah.
If he can actually shoot, we'll see.
Man, oh man, I hope so. But here comes up my list. So honorable mention, skinny head Poku, man. I love his game.
Why?
I love his game. It's so aesthetically pleasing. It's not great. It's not consistent.
Poku's game is aesthetically pleasing?
Yes. He's a super.
I'm not trying to get disrespectful, so I'm gonna sit this one out.
I will. I think Poku is a social construct. I think he is there to play minutes at the end of the seasons when they tank because they don't want to win games. I think Poku is a meme that the Rockets GM is conducting against the rest of the league. He's gonna convince people that he's a prospect just so he can put in a bad player to help them lose games down the stretch of every season.
Exactly. That's why I put him as my honorable mention. He did not make my list. He is 31. Number 30, though, is Kenyon Martin. 29, Trey Lyles. 28, Zach Collins. 27, Taurean Prince. And 26, John Collins. Pains me
John Collins is so low. John Collins is not that bad.
I know.
This is the nastiest propaganda ever, because if he did not get traded, John Collins would be top 10 on Mo's list.
No. This is me making character development. All right. This is what okay. This is wrong for you to say, Donovan. All right. I go ahead, do what I'm supposed to do, and I take my bias to the side. And just for that, I want to go ahead and update my list and make him top 15. Like how I truly believe
Okay.
But no,
I had John Collins listen, your ranking of John Collins compared to mine might be the biggest gap of any name on any of our lists.
are you serious? Wow.
This is going to be a massive gap.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I'd love to hear it. But when it comes to John Collins and how he played specifically last season, like he belongs to be here. All the names ahead of him, I think that if all the names ahead of him were placed up on the Atlanta Hawks, they would have probably had a more productive season. As soon as his fingers went to poop and he couldn't shoot, that like killed off half of his productivity on the court. And then on top of that, what he's best at, being a lob threat, his touches got diminished, and the Hawks are just in a weird state of flux, and they didn't really prioritize him much at all. So he didn't. Really
I think he's more of a victim of circumstance. I think he'll have a bounce back season, and we'll be like, oh yeah, he's still John Collins. Definitely. We'll see if that finger. I know it's like a running thing now. Like, oh, are his fingers fucked forever? Is that why you can't shoot? I don't know. I mean,
dude, his finger still is fucked. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. If that's the case and he's never able to shoot again, then it'll quickly fall down my list. Definitely. But for now, I'm going to assume he returns to normalcy next year and has a little bit of a bounce back. So I gave him credit. He's not super high. He's not like top 10, but he's top 15.
I love it. No, well, in top 15. I love it, man.
He's top 15 for me, too.
You ain't going, ooh, wow. Hey, man, this is
But
crazy.
Honestly, it's more like a matter of like the names below him aren't particularly impressive. That like it's more like I gave John Collins credit because I've seen him for multiple years be pretty solid, and I'm like giving him benefit of the doubt. It's not that I love him or anything. It's just that like I don't love like Jared Vanderbilt or whoever's behind him.
That is great to hear.
Who else you got? Taurean Prince, interesting. I didn't even think about him. Trey Lyles, definitely didn't think about him.
Yeah, but Trey Lyles.
Kenyon Martin's a cool pick.
Yeah, Trey Lyles went ahead. He was I won't say a super important part, but he played a good role for the Sacramento Kings and turning around that ship. He averaged a solid 7 points per game, shooting threes, starting beef for no reason. Cool stuff. And then as for Taurean Prince, he's constantly one of the more like underrated, super solid, super steady threes, fours, whatever you want to call it in the league. And I think for your team, Isaac, he's going to make a big difference, and you could quite possibly see him in a lot of closing lineups for this upcoming season.
Yeah, I think it's a good signing for what the Lakers paid for him. In past years, I remember watching him like when he was on the Cavs, I think for a little bit.
He was never on the Cavs.
Wasn't he?
No. Wrong dude.
Who? Are you sure? I think he's on the Cavs for a little, wasn't he?
No, he was never on the Cavs.
What red team am I thinking of?
He was on the Hawks.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking about the Hawks. Let me see. Oh, no, I'm thinking the Nets. He was on the Nets, wasn't he?
Yes, I think he was on the Nets.
Probably.
Yes, he was on Cleveland, dickhead, for 29 games.
He was in Cleveland?
Get on his head. Get on his head.
Brooklyn traded him to Cleveland at the trade deadline one year. He played 29 games on Cleveland.
He played 29 games in Cleveland? I mean, what?
Yeah.
That is so
2021.
That is so forgettable.
I remember watching him in Cleveland, and I was like, okay, I'm not super confident in my Taurean Prince trivia, but I thought I remembered it. I remember seeing him that season, and I was like, I'm amazed by the fact this guy cannot make a 2-point jumper to save his life. No 2-point field goals going in for him. He shot like a horrendous amount, and I was like, is this guy just really bad at basketball? But over the last couple of years, he's bounced back and is a solid role player. So, like you said, he'll be a good addition for the Lakers.
Yeah. He's a great fit. Perfect fit.
Yeah. All right, I guess we move on to the next 5.
Let's do it.
My next 5 consists of 25, Nicholas Batum. 24, Larry Nance Jr. 23, Grant Williams. 22, Patrick Williams. And 21, Brandon Clark.
Woo! Wow. Okay.
I don't feel very confident about the order of these names. I think they're all super close. But like I was like Patrick Williams versus Grant Williams. What a shit show. I don't know how to compare that. Like I went with Patrick Williams just because he had a really good shooting year, and I'm hoping that sticks. And I think he's very mid at everything, but I think just simply being a 6'9" defender who isn't like great on defense, but he's 6'9", can hold his own and be a 40% 3-point shooter. If that sticks, then he'll be valuable. It's a pretty low volume. It might be one of those seasons where it's like people are leaving you wide open and you hit them, but you're not really providing a ton of spacing benefits. We'll see what it's like next year when teams adjust. But I don't know. How do y'all feel about this 5?
I don't hate it. I feel like Brandon Clark should be a little bit higher. To be honest.
Definitely.
Think so?
I
Brandon
like
Clark is
Brandon
like that.
Clark. He's good.
Okay.
He's good.
I'm not against that. Yeah, I'm looking at the teams above him. It was a lot of names above him are more like the next 4 names I have are kind of perimeter oriented guys. They're kind of like pseudo threes who I think are really valuable as perimeter defenders. And Brandon Clark's best ability is he's a really great rim finisher. Like he's a lob threat to the highest degree. But I don't feel like his archetype of defender is as valuable. Like he's not a bad defender. He provides value.
I think you're completely wrong
value there.
on that. I think you're completely wrong on that.
I
I think you
just mean compared.
You missed
Okay.
the mark.
I
No,
am
okay,
a
the
Brandon Clark fan. I studied
Let me tell
this
you what I
man's game coming out of college in Gonzaga, dude. I thought
well,
that
he's
this
not-
man was going to be better than Rui Hachimura.
Yeah, well, in college he was a beast. He was an athletic freak, but that didn't necessarily translate as well to the NBA. Like I remember a lot of NBA draft nerds were in love with Clark, and I feel like offensively it's translated a lot. But I feel like defensively he's good. Obviously, he's not a bad defender. But like
Yeah.
for context, the next 2 names on my list are Jared Vanderbilt and Dorian Finney-Smith. I think they're both really good perimeter defenders that can lock down big wings, which I think is a trait that's a little more valuable than what Brandon Clark brings on defense. So I gave them the nod just for that. But I think he's just as talented. I just prefer that archetype a little more.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
I would still have him higher.
Yeah,
I
I
would
would
say him
definitely
higher.
still have him higher. I think you're. It's hard because we haven't seen him play in a long time because of his. Did he tear his ACL or was it Achilles injury? It was one of those two.
I think it was ACL, I think.
Yeah.
No,
So
it was his Achilles.
Oh, was
God,
it?
that's so tragic.
Yeah, it was
Tough.
the Achilles.
Yeah, that's
Ouch.
so tragic. That's so tragic. But before that, coming into the NBA, his shot was an ongoing thing, and then somehow I got completely jacked up and warped like Markel Fultz-esque. But
Yeah.
regardless of the fact, like he still provided a lot of value at the offensive end, not the traditional, value as guys like Dorian Finney-Smith or anything like that. But his floater game was really nice, great lob threat. And he did a lot of like the little things. And when it comes to defense, him and Jaren Jackson Jr. is a nightmare from hell.
Elite combo.
I just love him as a player. And I think that if you, place him on any other team or on any team in the NBA, point blank period, he provides elite value regardless of the fact. So he's a top tier role player for me.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just think that he's a great pairing on defense with Jaren Jackson because Jaren Jackson brings that weak side rim protection and lets Brandon Clark do a little more of the other stuff. But like I said, on other teams when he doesn't have Jaren Jackson, I just feel like he's a good defensive player, but is a relatively unvaluable role as a defender compared to other stuff. So
Yeah.
like if you have a Jaren Jackson next to him, he's great. But a lot of other bench units that doesn't have that, it might not be as great of a fit for him on defense.
Another gripe. I hate that I have another gripe, but I have to say it. Patrick Williams definitely should be higher than Dorian Finney-Smith because Dorian was ass during his tenure as a Brooklyn Net. Or
That team
You're
was
gonna,
shit.
you're gonna hate.
He
me.
was ass though.
Bro,
You're gonna hate
yeah,
me.
everybody, dude, they had no playmakers. Dorian Finney-Smith was a role player made to play next to other stars, and their starting point guard is Spencer Dinwiddie. So I didn't necessarily expect Dorian Finney-Smith to be out here
Exactly.
lighting it up like as a role player.
Yeah.
Like,
And
Yeah,
and
for
he's
sure.
and he's one of like 4 small forwards, small forward, power forwards that they have. Everybody's just the same height and does the same thing.
For sure, I
yeah,
agree.
That team
But
was
when it-
nasty after the deadline. That team was gross.
Yeah, for sure, I agree. But when it comes to just having a hint of creating in his game and being able to flex so many needs on any team, I think Patrick Williams does that.
I think DFS does that
Who
much
do you
better
think
than
Patrick Williams is? Patrick Williams sucks.
Dude, he does.
Williams
Okay,
is
you're
mid.
crazy as hell for you're crazy for that. He does
Patrick
not
Williams
suck.
is mid.
He
That man
does
is the
not
most, one of the most.
suck.
That man's one of the biggest draft disappointments of the last 5 years.
I
That-
think partly that's because of the situation that he's in, and also I don't think he
He's
probably
in the
shouldn't have
perfect
gone
situation
drafted
for
that
him.
high. He's not in the perfect situation. If you're a top 4 pick and you're the 4th, 5th option on a team, how in the right mind are you saying that's a perfect situation?
Because he
You're
shouldn't
not.
be a top 3. He shouldn't be a top 3 go-to. What's the word? Option. He's
Yeah.
not good with the ball in his hands. He's okay with the ball out of his hands doing spot ups. He's a decent defender, not great. Like he's made to be a 4th or 5th option, and he's on a team with 2 high-level creators that needs a big wing defender. Like that's
I
the
don't
team that needs a Patrick Williams. I don't know many other teams that would fit to him better. He doesn't need more touches. I promise you.
I don't know. I feel like if Patrick Williams had at least an opportunity to fucking breathe, then he could
Are
possibly.
we clearing space? we
No.
running ISOs for Patrick Williams. Get out of here.
No, you're not running. You're not
Give him space to
clearing.
breathe.
You're not clearing space for Patrick Williams, bro. Obviously, you don't do that with the structure of your team. It is what it is. But if the Chicago Bulls were smart, they would go ahead and give your top 4 pick the opportunity to cook and let him run the show, similar to what Mikal Bridges is doing over there.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Do you wait?
He's a top 4 pick. You have to do that.
He's not good at anything with the ball in his hands. You don't have to put the ball in his hands. I promise. There's no reason. We see who he is. He is a solid role player that can spot up from 3 and be a big defender. That's the extent of his game. He is not getting to the rim. He is not pulling up from the mid-range.
See?
He is not pulling up from 3. He is not doing anything with the ball in his hands that is
That's
valuable.
your issue. You're too short-sighted. You said you see what he is. You see what he is, but you don't see what he can be because of the shit situation over there.
First off, let's not act like DeRozan and Levine are just there all the time. Listen, they are hurt. There's been plenty of opportunity for Patrick Williams to get run, to have the ball in his hands, to show everybody what he can do when everybody else is hurt and on the bench. And he just continues to do like mid stuff. Like it's fine. He's just not that guy. But like,
Listen.
but don't act like the Bulls have done the NBA some disservice by holding back Patrick Williams. And listen,
Patrick
Give
Williams.
him
topic of
Dylan
Patrick
Brooks'
Williams,
brain, and we're having a completely
That's
different
even
discussion.
worse.
No,
That's
it's
even
not.
worse.
No, it's not.
Can we time out? Can we put up my next 5 while we're on the topic of Patrick Williams? Because at 25, I have Patrick
Oh my
Williams.
God.
He's the 25th best power forward in the league. He's just
Wow.
he's whatever, right? It's
Wow.
give me Patrick Williams. Give me Kelly Olynyk over Patrick Williams at 24. I have Grant
Wow.
Williams. I have Grant Williams at 23. I have Rui Hachimura at 22, and I have PJ Washington at 21. And that's my next 5.
I have PJ way higher than you. Well, not way higher, but like a good amount higher than you. I think PJ was solid last year.
I think
man.
PJ was good as well. For me, I just think like, and it's not really his job, but the rebounding, I would want him to get a little bit more of a presence on the boards. And like his shooting is great, but I just defensively, I'm just not in love with the stuff that he does. So that's why I'm dropping him a little bit. But yeah, so those are my 5. I think like for Grant, I think Grant Williams is core at 23. I know that you're gonna hate the fact that like Rui's at 22. I can feel that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, I have him higher.
Oh, lit.
I didn't really know how to.
I was prepared to come into a fight with you over Rui Hachimura.
He
So
definitely. Man.
You think I fucking love Rui Hachimura? No, I'm indifferent. I had him higher because just give him credit for the run he did last year when he was finally in a situation that led him play off of stars and like be on a competent team that could use him better. Because I think, that might be a good example where he had the ability to spread his wings like Mo wants Pat Williams to do, but he was clearly just not built for that shit. And so he went to a team that was more in line with his skill set and he shined. So I give him credit, so I have him higher than you, but I'm fine with this. I'm sure the names above him are just as good.
Yeah, I think the run that he had in the playoffs was like that's clearly best case scenario of Rui Hachimura. And in the regular season, like the 3-point shot just wasn't falling the way that it was in the playoffs. So I'm expecting a little bit of a drop off when it comes to his 3-ball. And so I want to like weigh a little bit of that. But his playoff run was fantastic. Like he was great. He was great.
I don't know how you can see that playoff run and be like, PJ Tucker or PJ Washington better. No, I don't know.
Oh, I love him. I have PJ. I have PJ higher still. I mean, PJ Washington a little higher.
I mean, I still think I'm still giving PJ Washington credit. Like he's still higher than Rui. Like I have them right next to each other as well. I just have them my next tier, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Our list looks very, very different.
Very different. I didn't even think about Kelly Olynyk. I think I viewed Kelly Olynyk as a center, but he's definitely plays a lot of power forward, so I respect the pick. But
yeah,
so I don't know where I would rank him.
I have him in the same range as Donovan. I agree with that. I think that's a perfect fit for him. He is one of the better role players in the NBA when it comes to just shooting shit. And here's my next 5. At 25, I'm Kelly Olynyk. 24, Jeremy. 23, Marvin Bagley. Damn.
What the fuck? What? Okay, I'm sorry. Finish.
Marvin Bagley.
I'll laugh at you later.
22, Dorian 21, PJ Washington.
What?
You're gonna look me in the fucking eyes and tell me
Bag?
Marvin Bagley is better than John Collins?
This past season, Marvin Bagley looked like he could have provided more value for my Hawks.
I want you in prison.
Marvin
Federal.
Bagley?
I'm ready for the cuffs. Yes.
Listen, at least
Marvin
he's a
Bagley.
power forward. At least you picked a power forward. But Marvin Bagley?
Yeah, what's
Man,
wrong with my assessment?
What do you mean what's wrong? Marvin Bagley sucks. That's the problem. And you put him over
Okay,
guys.
well, tell us
What?
explain the pick, because if you had Marvin Bagley in your bottom 3 or 4, like I would have been cool with it, because he was a solid scorer with the Pistons. Obviously can't defend a fly, but he had some, especially in the late season, it was like one of those things where the season's over, the bench is in the game, bunch of like fake basketball going on. He was putting up
Fake
some numbers.
basketball. Yeah.
I picked him up in fantasy. He gave me a few wins, so I get it. But this is really high for a guy that had like 20 good games on the Pistons.
I don't know. I don't think it's
One
I don't
spot
think
below
it's
DFS is bothering me.
What do you say?
The fact that Bagley's just one spot below DFS is bothering me a lot.
I see.
Also, ugh.
Say it.
Go ahead, explain it.
Go
explain
ahead. You're good. You had another gripe. I want to hear it. I'm gonna kill two birds.
It's
with one
just that Bagley's over Jeremy Sohan.
stone.
I just can't imagine like anybody else in the world would pick Bagley over Jeremy Sohan.
Yeah, I can definitely. I can ration with you when it comes to that for sure. Jeremy
Nice.
Sohan is very underrated in my eyes. I don't see a lot of players or a lot of people obsessing and drooling over his game like you would
I
think
am.
normal people would. Yeah, you're disgusting. We know you do. Much. But
Whoa.
in general, yeah, Jeremy is literally like the type of archetype Isaac loves, bro. But anyways, going back to Marvin Bagley. Going back to Marvin Bagley, when I was putting him on this list, I took into account how well he played and the entirely new situation that he's in over there in Detroit, and I'm like, he may be able to do something. He did exactly what he was supposed to do towards the end of the season, and I think he deserved this ranking. Like, I'm not here defending my life over Marvin Bagley, because who in the fuck would do that? But I don't think the gap is that insane between him and DSF. I like DSF. He provides a lot of value on the court, but it needs to be constructed in a certain way. But you can say that for any player.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I just disagree. Because I think like if the only time that we're seeing good signs from Marvin Bagley is whenever he's playing against the 16th and 17th and 18th guy on the roster, when you can only have 15. Like if he's only playing against Summer League guys in the last 20 games of the season, and that's the only time we see success from him, I don't think he belongs on this list because of that. Like let me see him have 20 good games in November or in December, and then maybe we could talk a little bit of it. But the Pistons were tanking for a bottom pick, and I don't put a lot of stock into his numbers there.
That's fair. I can't be mad at that. I just see this minor slight improvements in his game, and so that's why I was like, yeah, he deserves this list. I wanted to give him a shout out. I didn't want to leave him off this list whatsoever. I think leaving him off this list and saying, I don't know. I can understand you wanting Yuta Watanabe instead of Bagley, but now that I say it, I don't really like that thought process behind that. You're a criminal for not having him on this list. Both of you are.
Wow, how they're getting gaslit into thinking we're the crazy ones for not putting Marvin Bagley on our list. This is crazy. All right, we can move on to the next 5. We're flying through this list. Obviously, I would reveal number 20 and number 19. I got Dorian Finney-Smith and Jared Vanderbilt. 18, I got Jeremy Sohan. 17, Rui Hachimura. And 16, PJ Washington.
Why is PJ better than Rui Hachimura in your eyes?
Why is Rui better than PJ? Tell me that first.
Why is Rui better than PJ? Because Rui, when given the maybe it could be the opportunity thing or whatever, but Rui signed in the brightest stage, and that is a good ass question.
Yeah, I mean, what's the, like I'm leaning towards Donovan on this one, where he had a really good run in the playoffs, but that's like a 17-game sample size. If that, I don't even know how many playoff games they played. Probably something like that.
16.
Okay, sure. And PJ Washington did it for a whole season. Like he's a solid. I think he's a more talented player. Has more. Or maybe not say that. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I mean, clearly I have him very close for a reason. I think they're similar molds.
Same tier.
Offensive leaning fours. Yeah.
Same
I really just gave it.
Understandable.
It's really just sample size. That PJ Washington had a really good season overall, and Rui got hot at the end. But yeah, it really comes down to that. It's pretty much that simple.
Yeah, but when he got hot in the most important key moments, which I think should give him the notch because
that's why he's number 17, right? Like before that, he was averaging like 9 points a game and being very mid. Like he was not particularly good on the Wizards. So like it's a very small sample size they're going off with him. So I think I'm being pretty generous putting him this high. I think I'm giving him a lot of credit, assuming he'll carry that progress going forward. It's also a contract year. He had everything to play for. Now he got paid. We'll see if that carries over.
Yeah.
I'm honestly more worried about putting him too high than too low.
That's fair. That's very fair to say. I didn't put him that high either.
How do you guys feel about Jared Vanderbilt's ranking?
I like it. I actually, and so like, I'm gonna say my list next because I actually like changed it just a little bit. But so at 20, I have Jeremy Sohan. At 19, and I should have asked you guys before this because ESPN had Onyeka Okongwu as a power forward, so I put him there. So like, how you feel about that?
Yeah.
He's a center.
Yeah. So yeah. But ESPN, the list that we were using had him as a power forward, so I put him there. But so I had Onyeka at 19, Brandon Clark at 18, Vanderbilt at 17, and then DFS at 16. I like DFS a lot. I've been a very big DFS fan for a long time, and I think like him being right there at like the midline in terms of power forwards is good. I think like Isaac was saying earlier, when you give him an actual point guard and not just four power forwards, like he can be very, very helpful. If he was anywhere else, we would be looking around at DFS and be like, yo, he's it. I think like during the Mavs run that they had to the Western Conference Finals, he was very clearly the third best player after Luka and Brunson, and his ability to play defense 1 through 5, guard a whole bunch of people, be a very solid above average 3-point shooter. I like DFS a lot.
Yeah,
he had a lot of timely shots.
I think I should put him higher. I have him this low right now because of how he looked on the Nets. I kind of think I might let that weigh against me a little bit. I kind of want to move him higher.
Do it.
You know what? I'm going to move him to 16 as well. I'm going to move up past PJ Washington. Yeah, because I think about we had several years sample size of him being really good with the Mavs. He was like a premier wing defender. And I think I let the shit show, the Nets, sway me down a little bit. Like, I think looking at it now, also, I didn't have a ton of time to do this list, so I didn't put as much thought into some of these picks. I wouldn't rather have Jared Vanderbilt than Finney Smith, especially after what we saw in the playoffs last year, where Vanderbilt kind of, against a certain matchup, becomes unplayable.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Finney Smith.
That's very fair. Because there's no situation in hell where Dorian Finney-Smith is unplayable, and it's, I don't want to say super easy, but it's not rocket science to scheme out Vando because of his offensive capabilities and his limits and stuff like that. Yeah. So I definitely agree. I could definitely agree with that. Even on my list too, something that I noticed that I did, I'm like, ooh, he definitely is not better than this dude. Vando, on that topic, so bringing up my list right now, at 20, I have Rui Hachimura. Okay. 19, Vando. That got to be swapped. And I would definitely knock down Vando a couple tiers or whatever. Not a couple tiers, but a couple slots down. 18, Grant Williams. He appeared super early on my list. 17, Christian Wood. Super good player. 16, Brandon Clark. I think my propaganda was showing a little bit there. But there's my list. What do you guys think? Anything stand out?
You listen, Isaac. I already see Isaac's back. Could you put Christian Wood on it? Listen, I put Onyeka Okongwu as on my list. So it's like, listen, we get a pass. Everybody gets a pass. It's fine.
It's just funny because we just clarified before the episode started. Donovan asked, "Is Christian Wood a center?" And we agreed he's a center. And he's still it always makes your way onto your list.
Yeah, I know. I know. I listened. I heard it, and I was like, I'm just gonna put.
He's a free thinker.
Aside from the fact that Christian Wood's a center, I have Grant Williams lower. I just think that he's a high floor role player. He's good at what he does. very low ceiling role player. I think he's not going to offer you a whole lot. He's just going to plug and play, do his 3-and-D things. So
is that not what Dorian Finney-Smith does too? Like
Dorian Finney-Smith is a better defender and he's a better 3-point shooter. So.
I don't know about the 3-point shooting part. I mean, that, but defensively, yeah, I think Dorian Finney-Smith is actually an impact defender and like above average, like on that? Legitimately really good perimeter defender. And I think Grant Williams is solid, but I wouldn't say he's like anywhere near elite at any defensive skill set. That's probably the difference, but I don't hate it. I mean, it's semantics. Brandon Clark, I respect the Brandon Clark push up that high. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, exactly. And don't mind the Vando thing too. I would definitely swap that. I think swapping Vando for DSF
on that.
is probably good. It's probably a good swap too. But other than that, I pretty much stand on my list so far.
All right, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean Vando and Rui, like we're all putting Rui above him easily, but that's honestly just like playoff bias for us. Like Vando was really good all regular season. It's just the Warriors figured out how to scheme him out of the game. I mean the Nuggets. And is that enough to like?
I think if you're schemable, if you're schemable like that to the point where you can't play, then that should easily be enough.
It also depends on the team, though. He couldn't play because they have AD, who isn't a shooter, so they couldn't have both of them on the court at the same time. If he was playing on a team with the stretch 5, then he could have stayed on the court. It's kind of just victim of the specific circumstances he was in.
That is true, but with the way he was schemed out, man, you're right. That has to do with some bias, and there's just it left a distasteful taste in my mouth. But even then, like I still feel confident. At least he's in this range.
Yeah, it's weird ranking Rui because he's so not good for a long time, and then randomly got really good. So it's like, how much do we trust it?
I think listen, the Rui ranking is just like his whole career, where it's like, oh, like the flashes are there, but like, is it actually gonna happen? And so then that's why you just end up putting him in like in the bottom.
Yeah, like
third.
maybe he just had a flash at the right time to stick with us, but he'll come back next year and look like a fucking milk dud again. Like we don't even know.
Yeah.
All right, but we'll give that respect for now.
Yeah. What's your next 5?
15, I got Bobby Portis. 14, John Collins. 13, Tobias Harris. 12, Aaron Gordon. And 11, Paolo Banchero.
Wow, you think John Collins is better than Bobby Portis? Crazy. Wow.
It's not like that's a high bar. It's just Bobby Portis.
Yeah, it's Bobby Portis, but he does a lot, man.
So does John Collins. John Collins had a rough year. Clearly, the addition of DeJounte Murray did nothing to help him. It hurt him immensely. He had less touches to go his way, and combine less offensive touches with the fact that his jump shot wasn't falling last year. A recipe for disaster. And I'm just gonna give it one more year because I before that was a fan of John Collins for multiple years. I think he had transformed into a very productive high-end role player. And I'm going to give him one more year before I write him off. I'm going to see what he's like in this new situation he's going to be in, where he's playing next to another forward who can stretch the floor, a center who can give rim protection, something he struggles with. And I think he'll have the space to do a little more of the ball in his hands since they don't have a lead guard per se.
Doing a little bit more of the ball in his hands is not in his bag, other than like easy, quick, like 2 seconds post jump.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that. But
that's what I'm saying. That's what the Jazz are great at. The Jazz has a really free flowing offense. Like, look what they did with Larry Marketing. They made him a star because he doesn't have to run pick and rolls. He doesn't have to do all this stuff. They put him in positions to have advantage shots a lot. They get him open. They get him going on back cuts. Larry Marketing became a ferocious dunker because he had so many free lanes with their system. I think John Collins can do something similar. And I just think it's a very complementary fit with Larry Marketing.
I hope it is.
I have him this high because I expect he'll be this good next year, not because he was last year.
Okay, and I'm the complete opposite of that. I had him that low because of how he performed last season.
That's fair. Honestly, we're going off of last year for the most part, so
that's fair.
Your line of thinking is more objectively fair for what we're doing. I'm just giving him benefit of the doubt because I like him.
It's fair. I fucking love him. He was my favorite player on the Hawks.
Oh, you're scarred. This is personal for you.
It's not really personal.
It's the bias. It's okay.
It is what it is. Trust me, bro. In my history right now, I have a Utah Jazz John Collins jersey loading. Should be at my house in a couple of days.
Don't let him average 20. You're buying all 3 colors. Those terrific jerseys.
On God.
All right. I'm gonna go through my next 5. So at 15, and so this is where my list is. Everything was kind of changing. But at 15, I have Bobby Portis. 14, I have John Collins. 13, I have Tobias. 12, I have Paolo. 11, I have Porzingis.
Wow, Porzingis sighting already. Okay.
You have Porzingis so low.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, so 11 Porzingis, 12 Paolo, 13 Tobias Harris. What was 14 and 15?
14 was John Collins. 15 was Bobby Portis.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Interesting.
The Porzingis stuff, I do feel that this is a little low. And as we continue to go into the rankings, like I probably overreacted while I was making this, but I don't hate it. And I don't hate it for this reason. I think that Porzingis, like on that Wizard squad, I'm curious to see how much of that like translates to Boston. Like, I don't know if I'm so much of a believer of just like everything that he did and like just how good he was in Washington. Because he was really good and he was able to put a lot of things together. I just don't know if that's going to be the same thing now that he's on a team with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown rather than Kyle Kuzma and Bradley Beal.
I think in terms of just straight up skill and what he can do best on the court, he's insanely valuable, and that's why he's not top 11 on my. I mean, he is top 11. He's not placed where you have him at, but in terms of just like what he's actually gonna do on the court, is he gonna put up 20 every night for the Boston Celtics necessarily? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think that's like gonna be asked or begged of him, But for having someone that big, that tall, can be a 3-level scorer if you ask him to, but mainly like I see him, I'm thinking about the deep range shooting, which he has always been a good shooter, but the deep range shooting he added into his bag, and then I haven't even mentioned the shot blocking that he has in his game too, which is one of the best in the entire NBA. So I just imagine the Boston Celtics showing the best parts and everything about Porzingis. I love Porzingis, man.
That's fair. And I think that like I agree with you that I think that his shot blocking is going to be on display in Boston. Offensively, it felt like, at least like statistically, it felt like he took a leap going to Washington, and I just don't know how much of that is going to translate over to this next situation. So I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt where some other guys were. And there's also just like some major overreaction once we get into the top 10 of this list. So that's where I'm at with Porzingis.
I love it.
Yeah, I just, as you were talking, I went quiet because I was adjusting my list. I had Porzingis a little too high, I think. Though I thought about it some more, and I moved him down a couple spots. So I have him closer to where you have him. So I don't think it's crazy.
Wow, man, that's so crazy. Yeah, I think now that I'm thinking about it, I might have Porzingis a little bit too high on my list, but I'm not gonna make Nikhil's life hell. I'm just gonna keep it there, and then I'll explain.
I changed mine. I had him at 7 before. I just moved him down a little bit.
Dude, I literally had him at 8.
Wow.
I had him
at
down
8. Though.
Yeah.
Let's do your next 5 first before we get to the top 10.
Okay, so 15. P. Will.
You are drunk.
No, I'm not. You just don't see the vision. He's a good player, man, who just does things at a low volume. That's all.
Say your five. Say your 5, and then instantly
15.
defend what you need to defend.
P. Will, 15. Kiss my ass. 14. Bobby Portis, 13. Tobias Harris. That seems, wow, we all had Tobias Harris at 13. That's quite universal. I love that. 12. Aaron Gordon. Great player, bro. Damn, is Aaron Gordon higher? Yeah. Damn. Aaron Gordon is not on your list yet, Donovan? That's kind of crazy. Paolo.
I thought it's massive overreaction.
Yeah, you're on one, bro. Holy shit. Paolo.
Porzingis is crazy.
Yeah, that is nuts right
y'all
there.
are gonna hate me.
Do you have him at like 6, you sicko?
I hope not, bro.
He does, you fucking weirdo.
No, it's not a 6. It's not a 6.
Okay. I hate that, bro. But here's my list.
You're on trial. You're up there. The bailiff's looking at you. Explain Patrick Williams at 15.
Life on the line. Okay. Similar reasons as to why, not similar reasons at all, really, but I just believe that if Patrick Williams is in a different situation, if the Bulls got their shit together and was like, yo, we just want to start it all over, scrap things, let's be mid. Patrick Williams be our mid commander and just lead us to mediocrity while you continue to develop your game. He will do numbers, bro, and he will be great. He will not be.
Who gives a fuck if he can be good on a mid team? If he can't be good on a good team, why is he valuable?
Crazy.
Bro, he is good on a mid team. What do you mean? What are you talking about? He's good at his role. Yes, he is. What are you talking about? You act like he's ass. He's not.
The Bulls
You know,
are
the
Bulls are mid
sign-
now, and he's still not great. So like,
The
what
surest
are we talking
sign
about?
of a player being disappointing, bad, whatever word you want to say, is if an entire fan base hates them. You
Dude.
go on Chicago Bulls Twitter, everybody hates Patrick Williams. They
What
hate
is
his ass for being
Patrick Will
disappointing.
supposed to do? You have DeMar DeRozan, Paul, Zach LaVine, and Vucevic on your team. Like he shouldn't be asked to go ahead and grow into a role or get more touches than all three of those guys. So it's like,
Why are
what
you
is he
saying
supposed
that
to
name? You're saying those names like it's the Golden State Warriors. Those are names you could definitely do things with. He was who you think he is, he could have did what Mikal Bridges did and develop into a really high level tertiary ball handler like he did next to Booker and Chris Paul. Patrick Williams could easily do that next to DeRozan and Zach LaVine. Those aren't just world breakers who demand every touch.
You see, I agree with that sentiment, but it's a little bit different because Mikal Bridges was actually like the ball was in his hand. Yeah, it was good or whatever. But the ball was literally forcefully in his hands, and they had absolutely no other option or choice to go to.
What does that mean?
The Bulls, the Bulls have been looking for Lonzo Ball's knees are cooked, and they've been looking for a point guard for 2 years. They've been looking for somebody to run the offense. And if Patrick Williams was as good as you say he is with the ball in his hands, he would have stepped up and started to be a better ball handler and started to facilitate things. And he has not done that.
I did not wake up today thinking that I will be harassed for having Patrick Williams for 15 on my list. I do not agree with this. YouTube, take this video down. I am filing complaints, and you guys will see my lawyers in the morning. Patrick Williams, you deserve this 15, my brother. Keep on doing you. What they call him, the paw? Do you, bro? Maybe just me and being an absolute slut for off-season videos. They get me every time.
Wait, time out.
Okay, no. I was kidding about that. Okay,
No. But do you not understand that, like, you just laid out your best case scenario for Patrick Williams, and in the best case scenario, you called him mid commander.
That's what
the best case scenario of him is mid. How is he already there when he's not in the best case scenario?
He needs to be in position to be mid commander in order to elevate his game, and that responsibility needs to be forcefully placed onto his shoulders, a la Mikal Bridges, when everybody literally went out. No CP, no D-Book. Okay, my boy, you the next one right now. He needs to be.
That's where he's at right now. That's where he's at right now.
What do you mean? People are there.
Bro. It's Lonzo is not there, and you think that like. And
I'm not talking about
their point guards.
There are touches to go around.
They went out. The Bulls went out and signed Javon Carter to run point for them, to run back a point for them. They want people to run point guard. They want people to help facilitate the offense because Levine's not doing that. DeRozan is not doing that. Booch is not doing that. You have your three guys that your offense is gonna revolve around. Patrick Williams, if he was resourceful and actually thought about his career, would step into that role and make himself more valuable than what he already is. And he has not done that.
Fun fact: Patrick Williams averages the same amount of turnovers as he does assists.
Oh yeah,
that is not a good sign of somebody who could do things with the balls in their hands.
Because he's not.
Look, man. A real quick question, Isaac, just out of curiosity. What were the turnovers
1.3 free throw attempts a game.
What were one of the turnovers to assist numbers for Mikal Bridges when he was on the Phoenix Suns?
Let me see. Probably not very good. He's also not a very good passer.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude. God damn it. Kiss my ass.
I'll tell you.
Third year.
Actually, nope. 2.1 assists, 0.8 turnovers.
Oh, that's because he has fucking Chris Paul on his team. Oh, wow.
Oh, see, now you're making excuses.
No, it's not. It makes sense. What do you mean? It makes sense.
Why would Chris Paul's presence mean Mikal Bridges turns the ball over less? That's irrelevant.
No, because he doesn't have any opportunities to turn the ball over because it's not in his hands like that. You see the numbers
Nikhil just picked up?
Yeah.
Without DeMar DeRozan, he hasn't even averaged 10 points per game.
No, that's a nail in the coffin. You got to stop talking.
Whose team are you on right now?
10 points per game.
Whose team are you on right now?
No, this is a nail in the coffin. I'm not gonna lie. 9.8 points and 1.4 assists in 81 games.
That's a full
Whose
season.
team are you?
That's a full season.
Can you please adjust that question
We gotta
for
move on.
DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, and then I'll put the nail in the coffin. Both players, and then I'll put the nail in the coffin.
Shout out StatViews. This is
Please,
hilarious.
God, please.
It's not working for both. Here's without Levine.
Without Levine in 21 games, 11.9 points and 1.6 assists. What a fucking world breaker!
Woo, man.
This is bad.
You see that? You see that jump though? You see that jump in points?
He averages 10 points now. He averages 1 extra point when Zach LaVine isn't there.
P will definitely
He's not.
make me
Listen,
proud.
he's not like that. And the fact that we have just spent a good part of this section on Patrick Williams' discourse again is ridiculous. Can we let's get
Yeah,
to the
it's
top
shameful.
10. Let's get to the top 10.
Let's go to top 10.
You guys should be proud of yourselves.
What an all-time debate. This is a TD3 classic. The Pat Will episode. All right, next up at 10, I have Draymond Green. I had to fight some demons and lower him. At
Wow.
9, I have Kristaps Porzingis. At 8, I have Julius Randle. At 7, I have Evan Mobley. And at 6, I have Lowry Markkinen.
Nice.
Wait, what? Oh, you moved stuff around?
Yeah, Nikhil
Okay.
just has it written down wrong.
Okay, got you.
So I'll say it again: 10 Draymond, 9 Porzingis, 8 Randall, 7 Mobley, 6 Markkinen.
Okay. I can get with that.
Man. With the
I
way
feel like-
Mobley was playing, so first things first, I would say is like Draymond is the hardest player to debate and discuss about in like history of the NBA because like he's only valuable to an X amount of system, and if you take him out of that system, he's still so valuable. But like in terms of just everlasting effect, he probably doesn't have that. So it's just incredibly hard to rank him. He's like the best role player in NBA history. So I think like this, he deserves to go ahead and get this type of ranking. Gosh,
Yeah, the reason that I like Draymond a lot, he could be lower. The only reason he's at 10 is more about the names above him. I think proves that they're really good. Like Randall, I think last year he's so off and on. 2021, he was awesome. He was like the 4th best power forward in the league, probably 3rd for some people. 2022, he was terrible, probably dropped to like 12. And last year, I thought he was pretty good again, so I bumped him back up. And I just think the 4 guys above Draymond are like legit all-star level guys, and Draymond just isn't that anymore because he just gives you nothing on offense these days. So it's nothing to do with Draymond being worse. It's just the fact that I think these other players have passed him up a little bit. I gave Porzingis credit for showing that he can finally handle an offensive workload and looked like the idealized version Knicks fans thought he could be this year with the Wizards. Just nobody watched the Wizards, so a lot of people were ignorant to how good he was. But that's the only name. If you want to put Draymond above Porzingis, I'd understand.
Draymond could go anywhere between like 10 and 7, maybe 6, if you really like trying to sell me on into an argument. But I ain't mad at that.
Look at this tweet.
Mo,
Look at this tweet.
Mo, why do you have so many tweets in this like category, man?
Listen, that was 2022. That was a mean typo.
Somebody replied, "You never beat in the Daddy Mojo allegations."
Look,
That's
that was,
hilarious.
okay. Look, that was because
Nah, bro, your
way
Twitter's
back in
nasty.
dude. Listen, that was just me. I was typing way too fast. I'm a fast typer. That's all. I have to say.
You put everything in caps, like that's
That is what we call a Freudian slip. You had ejaculation on the mind.
What time was it? It was too early in the day for that, dude. No,
Okay,
3:59. You are a sicko. Midday.
I think
You were
too many times we have talked about
I
Mo
think-
and ejaculation. Listen, this is too much for me.
I think that was the first week of your House of Highlights internship. You were in the House of Highlights offices in New York City thinking about Draymond Green.
Please stop.
no. It
This is too
started
much.
Jode, man. That was no.
This is too much.
God, man. Okay. Can we talk about serious things, please, Donovan? Can I see your list?
Yeah, let's listen. I'll tell you. Wait. This is where the overreaction comes. All right, let's go to my 10 through 6. At 10, I have Evan Mobley. At 9, I have Aaron Gordon.
Oh, go to hell.
At 8, I have Draymond. 7, I have Zion. 6, I have Lowry. I would like to flip Mobley and Aaron Gordon right now. I understand what I did. Listen, I apologize. It won't happen again. It won't happen again.
Look me in the eyes right now and tell me why Draymond Green is better at basketball than Evan Mobley.
Listen, Draymond be doing stuff.
Draymond be doing stuff. What does that mean?
The difference is Draymond Green plays with Stephen Curry and Evan Mobley plays next to fucking Jared Allen and Isaac Okoro. That's the difference.
That is true. I think though that for Draymond's defense is still like even as he's aged, his defense is still amazing, and he's able to sniff out stuff. And even with the lineup of Steph up top and Klay Thompson, he can have not great defenders on the perimeter, and because you have Draymond there, you're still going to be a competent defense, and he's able to mask a lot of mistakes no matter who's out there on the perimeter. So I value his defense a lot. And offensively, I like his facilitating more than I like whatever Mobley does offensively. I don't think that his bag has grown a lot since he's come into the league. His shooting is still not there. Listen, Draymond's shooting obviously isn't there, but at least Draymond can set other people up, and I don't feel like Mobley is there yet. So that's why I have Draymond above Mobley.
Yeah, I think I understand that. That's why I lowered Mobley a little bit for that reason too, but I think it's like I said, because he's playing next to Jared Allen and Isaac Okoro. There's just no spacing around him. So I just think if you have a big who's incredibly talented defensively but isn't a spacer, having him play with another non-spacer is just not setting him up well to succeed. If he was the center or playing next to a stretch five, I think he would look a lot better. He wouldn't be forced to take as many weird elbow jumpers.
Yeah,
that's true. I just also their lineup and the Cavs roster is so perfectly set up for people to stagger and for any one of the two guards to play with any one of the two bigs. And I just feel like there should be moments where when he's not playing with Jared Allen, I don't know what the splits are. This is just purely off of eye test. I just feel like those are the times where he should be actually showing, if we get rid of Jared Allen, then we can cook with Evan Mobley, and it just hasn't felt that great in those moments.
I mean, he still averages 16 points per game and 60% on 2-point field goals. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, it's
great.
It's good. My thing about Mobley's offense is more about creation for himself rather than just the scoring, and being able to just be a little bit more versatile. And I would want him to shoot a little bit more. And I just think that the fact that Draymond can, there's been times where you need Draymond to shoot and he will, and it's been a bigger moment, and he'll do it if it's absolutely necessary. And for Mobley, I just don't think that that's there right now. So I still want Draymond over Mobley.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not bad. My list, my top, my next.
Can we talk about Larry Markin over Zion real quick? We just ignored that part. What the fuck are you on?
Oh my God!
You know exactly what I'm on.
Oh, I forgot. You're just
you're disgusting.
If you played less than so games, I'm picking the guy that played more games because we're ranking the most healthy apparently.
I wanted to give Zion credit because when he's out there, he's fantastic. But he played 29 games last year. He played 29 games.
Yeah, 29.
And then the year before that, he didn't play at all. And then 2 years before that, he played 29 games again.
That's so crazy.
It's ridiculous. It's just the amount of games played is so low. I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it.
But when he did play those 29 games, Mans was an MVP discussion, and the Pelicans were towards the top of the Western Conference.
That's
How
fine.
impressive
That's fine, and that's great, and that's why listen, Zion is so great that he can only play 30 games a year, and we're still going to be like, yeah, he's a top 10 power forward in the league. But I'm not giving you top 5 over if
You're
you
gonna be
can't.
so mad at where I rank Zion.
If you have Zion top 3, I'm going to scream. This is just ridiculous. He can't play. He can't play, and that's a problem.
No, I get it. Listen, Kevin Durant's number 2. He plays 50 games a year, so
That's more, and guess what? Guess what? Kevin Durant plays 50 games. That's double what Zion plays every year. Think about that.
That's funny. Yeah, I just I'm just going based off of when available because I don't even want to. I think it's such a mental exercise to try to be how do I parse if this injury was luck or not? Obviously, with Zion, it's not luck because he's just fucking always hurt. I just completely set that aside for my rankings. I'm just going off what they do when they're on the court. if you're gonna account for injuries, I totally respect that. I just chose not to because it makes things much easier to be 1-to-1. But I get it.
Yeah, not that. Man, 7 feels kind of crazy though. But let me go ahead and do some defending of my own. All right, listen. I have Draymond 6 over here. Ignore that. Bump everyone up and place him at number 10. I think that is the most ideal spot for him. But outside of that, I pretty much stand on
There's
everything.
so much
Just
movement in our list as this pod is going on.
So you went
Yeah,
from Draymond from 6 to 10. You were just like you were convinced.
Because I know, because when I was talking to you and I saw 10, I'm like, that's a good spot. He's extremely hard to rank he's extremely hard to rank because of how much value that he provides to his team. But just because he provides value to that team specifically, he's in like the dream heaven scenario doesn't mean that if you put him on the Knicks or if you put him on a random team like the Sacramento Kings or whatever, he would still provide value, but it's just not at that same level. Not just because one team sees him as this doesn't mean that he's gonna be exactly that and bring that same type of evolution to whatever organization you put it on. So yeah, that flexes a lot, but regardless of the fact, he is a top 10 power forward. It's going to be very hard to have conversations with him like in the 5-10 years from now, because if you look at his career stats, it's a whole lot of meh, but the impact is real. The impact is there.
You got them triple singles going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you have 10 Draymond Green, 9 Evan Mobley, 8 Lauri Markkanen, 7 Porzingis, and 6 Randall.
Yeah, 6 Randall. I find myself hating on Randall a lot, and I wanted to put him a little. Huh?
Lauri Markkanen is way too low.
You think Lowry's low?
Hell yeah, Lowry's low. You got Porzingis above Lowry.
Well, that's mainly because of defense for me.
Lowry's a solid. What's wrong with Lowry's defense? Lowry's defense is completely fine.
It's fine, but it's not better than Porzingis. And I for now, I think Lowry's offense is better than Porzingis's, but it's not like a crazy margin whatsoever. It's the defense that sways it for me. And the value.
Okay, I guess that's. Okay, I guess it's not crazy.
Yeah. I put Evan Mobley at 9 because seeing the way he got bitched out in the playoffs and just like absolutely brutalized by Mitchell Robinson hurt my soul to see. So even if he does get moved to the center spot full time, and if the Cavs eventually, I think they'll do it, end up moving Jared Allen so Evan Mobley can shine, I worry for his back. I worry for his thighs because that man was getting moved like a unit, bro. It was ridiculous.
I worry for his thighs.
Yeah, he can't handle that.
What
bro.
a quote. Yeah, I mean he's 21. He'll add muscle. It won't be an issue that much going forward.
I hope so.
Okay.
But shout out to Randall.
Randall Porzingis at 7. That's where I had him Porzingis before, but I thought about it more. I'm moving down to 9. But so it's not insane. I just think that Lowry, like what Lowry did last year, was like incredibly impressive. Like, I think it's easier to put Lowry in the top 5 than it is to put him down at 8.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he was pretty efficient last season, too, with all the amazing stuff that he did. I can understand it, but I see the two, and I'm like, Porzingis could do, I don't want to say the exact same thing to discredit him, but, like, like, Porzingis is that, I think, over the last few years, of course, like, he's had so many injuries, and it's just been, like, so up and down with all the 2 past teams he was on and whatnot. But I think when he joins the Boston Celtics, we will see the vision. And I think universally all around, if you really think about it, put Lauri Markkanen in the same situation, whatever. And I think, I don't know. I just feel, I think Porzingis is just overall the more valuable player.
Okay.
Versatile. I love it.
All right, we can go to the top 5 now. At number 5, I have Pascal Siakam. At 5, I have Jaren Jackson. My bad.
Okay.
At 4, I have Pascal Siakam. 3, Zion Williamson. 2, Kevin Durant. 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You sicken me.
Wow.
3?
I told you I'm just not trying to do the injury game. I'm just like, I'm just eliminating that for all things being equal. And if we're going off of how good he is when he was on the court, he's clearly the number 3. Like, it's not even remotely close between 4, 5, and 6. But like I said, if you want to do the injury thing, I get it. That's so hard to parse because then we'll do that to Kevin Durant as well. Do we put Siakam above KD? He plays way more games. Like, it becomes such a thing.
Three's crazy. I think when it's flagrant, like Zion, like yeah, like yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, it is very flagrant. But like, I don't know. I mean, if Siakam wowed me, I didn't think Siakam wowed me last year. Like he had a really strong start to the season, but the team was so dysfunctional that the team all fit horribly together. Like nobody really impressed in the second half of the season, and I don't want to hold that too much against him. That's why he's still number 4. But it wasn't a circumstance where Siakam was incapable of succeeding. I think his jump shot fell off, and he's part of the reason why they're mediocre because his play stopped being as good as it was early in the year. So if he would have like been like just as strong as he was in the first month, I would have given him a nod. But it was just like nobody wowed me enough to put Zion below them.
I don't know. I feel like while his play did not like hold up and maintain to the strong start that he did, like it was not only his play, everyone's play around him was pretty mediocre. Fred VanVleet was meh. Scotty Barnes, blah. OG Anunoby was cool. Nothing about that team was like stood out, and I think Pascal Siakam was just plagued with the midness that was going on around him. But outside of that, it's not bad. That's not bad. I put him differently, but that's not bad. I like it.
Yeah, again, if you're gonna count injuries, obviously it's understandable to put Zion lower. I'm just not accounting for that in this. So if I'm just going off of how good they are when they're on the court, he's clearly number 3.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Zion is he's such a crazy man.
So hard to rank. What it's gonna be so weird because he's gonna start the season next year healthy, and he's gonna look like a god again. And every 10 games, I'm like, well, do we have 10 more? Do we have 10 more? Like we're gonna keep having to hope that. So it's gonna be perpetually hard to rank him.
I can't live like that.
Thank God you're not a Pelicans fan.
Thank the Lord. All right, let's get my next 5 in here. At 5, I have Jaren. 4, I have Julius Randle. 3, I have Siakam. 2, I have KD. 1, I have Giannis.
Wow.
I do not like Randle over JJ.
I know that you don't.
I think there's just no world where I think what Jaren does is less valuable than what Randle does. Like being the defensive player of the year and being a stretch big who can do some things attacking closeouts, is a solid finisher at the rim. Again, the best shot blocker in the league, much more valuable than what Randle brings. He consistently isn't playoff elevator in any way.
Plus, I will say for Randle, the first playoff in 2020, 2021, whichever year that was,
the Hawks were rhythm.
Stinker. Yeah, all time stinker. Last year, like the ankle was like it was an issue, right? And listen, I don't want to like make excuses, but like I don't think that Randle is like for sure just a choker like he was in 2020. Also, that 2020 team had absolutely no offensive creation around him. Like he was getting triple teamed in the playoffs. So it's like it is what it is. But for Julius, I think it's like he's a better scorer than Randle. He's not than Randle. He's a better scorer than Jaren. He's a really good rebounder. Now that he has Brunson around him and he doesn't have just all the playmaking duties and all the offensive creation on his shoulders, his passing it's okay. Like it's not bad, and he's not like the same black hole that he was 2 years ago. And so like defensively, he's cool as well. I just think like the total package of that is very intriguing to me, and I like that a little bit more than what Jaren does. So that's why I put him at 4. If you want to put Jaren at 4, it's okay. I'm not gonna argue. But I do like the complete package of what Julius does.
Yeah, I get that. I just view it as I think Jaren's defense is more valuable than Randle's offense, and then Jaren's offense is more valuable than Randle's defense.
Okay. Now listen. Also, this isn't like involved in the rankings. I didn't take this into consideration. But when we're talking about Jaren, does it bother y'all that he doesn't play like 30 minutes a game? Does it bother y'all that he just like fouls everybody every 5 minutes?
Well, I mean, you know,
I don't like it. I wish he didn't. But like,
yeah, for the team, for the Memphis Grizzlies were kind of spoiled because like if he does foul out, it's like cool. You have another. In my mind, I will classify him as damn near an elite defender in Brandon Clark, but Isaac thinks differently. So relax. I think you have that. The Memphis Grizzlies had that luxury, and as soon as he was gone, it's like, damn. That on top of like Steven Adams was going through his health things or whatever too, that was like that put a lot of pressure. And in that instance, it's like, okay, Jaren Jackson Jr., can you not be egregious when it comes to just throwing yourselves into people's bodies and stuff like that and just doing mindless things. But I can see your gripe with that. That's been an issue with him since he was in college.
Like he's been in the league for 5 years now, and he's never averaged 29 minutes in a season.
That
crazy.
Is crazy.
That's wild. His lowest year in terms of like fouls per game was last year at 3.5 fouls a game. It's
well, the way I view it is
the fouling is just egregious.
I agree, but the fact that he still leads the league in blocks despite that, and still is the defensive player of the year despite that, shows insane value on defense.
And am I tripping?
It does, but listen, they was lying about his numbers though out there in Memphis. They was
that wasn't true.
They was stat padding.
No, hilarious. But 3 blocks a game at 28 minutes, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and didn't he miss like a large chunk of the season to start off the season last year?
Yeah,
I think he came back in November, and to still run away with blocks is outrageous. It just shows the type of defender that he is, and you better hope that he doesn't ever like fix these fouling issues, or else
he won't. He won't. I mean, it's just clear. Like 5 years in, it's just clear. Like he's just not going to not foul people. I hope.
Yeah, and I think you said, does that bother us? No, because I think, like you said, that's who he is. It's baked into the value. If he didn't have that issue, then he would be even higher because he would be more valuable. So like, that's just like baked into my mind of him. Is that is who he is as a defender? That's the pros come with the cons, and you weigh it how it is.
Yep. And luckily for the Memphis Grizzlies, they know that, they accepted it, and they constructed this team beautifully around him, and have a lot of reinforcements to go ahead and.
You say that, but they were mid without him. Like Ja was there healthy at the start of the season. They were still like right around 500 with Jaren. Like his, and Brandon Clark was healthy, Steven Adams was healthy, and they still couldn't get their defense together. Like I understand just how good Jaren is, and his defense really is kind of like the engine of what makes Memphis like a great team. Because I actually don't think that he's that good to where you can't just take him out and expect Brandon Clark and Steven Adams to pick up the slack.
Mm.
Yeah, they definitely need him. But yeah, Brandon Clark is not walking through those doors and holding their defense afloat. Sorry to break to you.
Brandon Clark is valuable, man. Educate yourself.
He's on my list. I agree.
God.
All right, what's your 5?
It's funny
what's
because my 5, I think, is the exact same 5 as Isaac. I didn't even adjust anything. It is what it is. Jaren Jackson, 5. I think 5 for all of us.
Y'all be in cahoots, man.
4, Pascal Siakam. 3, Zion Williamson. When he's there, he is hitting. KD. 3, Giannis. 1, I don't think there's much to talk about over there. So, what do you guys think?
Interesting how was there any thought between KD and Giannis at the top?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no. It's not even a thought. Hell no.
Yeah.
I agree. Not for a second, dude. There's no logical thing to do that. If this was like 3-4 years ago, yeah, sure, it's a conversation. But Giannis is taking the lead to where what?
I will say there was a point last season before Kyrie decided to just blow the entire Nets team up. There was a point where it was like, hey, is Kevin Durant the best player in the world? Because he was hitting on all cylinders. His defense was fantastic. He was playmaking. The Nets were winning. They went on some crazy streak. And I think like if Durant is at his best on both ends of the floor, you kind of like the fact that he's 7 feet and unguardable and he can do everything from the perimeter. If he's above average on defense, there's a very like good argument. I don't think now that Jokic just kind of like solidified it. It was like it's kind of like it's him and then everybody else, or not everybody else, but like Jokic clearly has the one spot right now. But at least during the season, I feel like there was a point where you could legitimately make an argument for KD as the best player in the world. So like I low-key feel like he can make it a conversation this season again.
I feel like that's a phony conversation though. Like I don't think anyone
I
seriously
think
takes it to heart.
He's in the conversation for best, but you would never actually pick him as best. Like if you're in the rankings,
I mean,
maybe
if Kevin Durant is out here scoring 30, right, only taking mid-range jumpers, shooting like 55% from the mid-range, and then he's still great on like, and then if
who else is doing that? Giannis Antetokounmpo, scoring 30, only dunking, and being one of the best defenders alive. So like everything you're saying for him, you can just apply it to Giannis, who's also a better passer and a way better defender, even when KD is doing well on defense.
Giannis has no back. And so it's like,
and they still can't stop from scoring 30.
And it's like, I don't know. I think if Durant
What
is
year is
able,
this? Giannis has no bag. Are we in 2019?
I mean,
Random
he-
man.
he-
I love it.
he doesn't. It doesn't matter for him, but he doesn't have a bag. Like that's just it's just like a thing. Like,
If anybody who can score 31 points per game with no bag, then if that's the case, then the word bag is meaningless.
Oh, dude.
are you for real right now?
Here you go.
It's absolutely irrelevant. If you can be one of the most efficient scorers in the NBA at 31 points per game, I don't give a fuck what kind of bag you have. It is irrelevant.
I disagree. I think that Addison,
It's not even how.
Listen.
Like,
because I think that if you have two players and both of them are scoring 30 and both of them are super efficient, and now we start talking about, okay, once we get into like a playoff scenario, like how are we going to scheme? And one person has a myriad of ways in which they can score, and the other one has, one or two or less, you are easier to scheme against than X player. And
I
so
agree.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
yeah, if on paper you're saying this player can be schemed out, this player can't, you pick the one that can't. Giannis cannot be schemed out. We're so past that. In the past 3 playoff runs, last year he was hurt. Just do what you want with information. Obviously, he wasn't playing 100%. If you want to hold it against him, go ahead. Year before that, he looked like an unstoppable god against the Celtics with no co-stars. Nobody schemed him out of shit. Year before that, won the championship. Nobody schemed him out of shit. Like, we're past the point where we're going to act like you can scheme him out because all he does is dunk. Like,
Listen,
he's so much
I'm
more
a-
versatile than that.
Listen, I'm gonna get Grant Williams on the phone. Grant,
Oh my
Grant,
God, gross.
listen, say what you want. Grant Williams low key be playing Giannis like really well, but
Great. He holds a 29 instead of 31. Good for Grant Williams.
I'm just
You know
saying.
who also?
I'm just saying.
You know who
What's up?
also gives Giannis fits? Onyeka Okongwu, man. I cannot wait until the Hawks give him the keys as a starting 5. He gives that man fits. Giannis don't know what to do. He looks like 2013 Giannis. Whenever he goes up against Okongwu, it's ridiculous, bro. It's one of the most awkward things to see ever. But
Against the Celtics, year before last, being guarded by Grant Williams primarily, he scored 33.9 points per game, 14.7 rebounds per game, and 7.1 assists per game.
Listen, he scored about 30 of them on Al Horford. He scored 4 of them on Grant Williams.
Series before that, in the finals, 28 points per game. Conference finals, 35 points per game. Semifinals, 27. First round, 31. You cannot scheme Giannis out of the game. I don't want to hear shit about a bag. It does not matter.
see,
you talk about first round when they playing the Bulls. Like
I'm talking about
my
every
God.
series. I named them all. How are you going to only talk about that one?
see
I named every
Giannis.
series.
Yeah.
bags matter. Bags matter, and I do.
To most people, not to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Did it matter to Shaq? No.
See,
Doesn't matter to Giannis either.
Yeah, Giannis has a Jan Sports bag, and we all love it. It gets the job done. And KD has obviously
It's not
like
even
a Louis V
JanSport.
bag.
It's not even JanSport. It's the little like plastic clear ones that they give you at the stadium to like something. Like
No,
it's not
that's
it's
such cap.
not a great bag.
It doesn't matter. The bag can't be closed. Top
Yeah.
is always open. Weird analogy.
I don't know. I don't know if that worked.
Yeah, but again, he's like one of those players that like has had the conversation with any of the other physically gifted players of the last however many years. Doesn't matter how many moves Shaq has, you're not stopping any of them. Doesn't matter how many moves 2012 LeBron has, you're not stopping him when he runs straight. It just doesn't matter.
Facts.
But which one would you rather have though?
I'm
Which
picking
one?
all those players above Kevin Durant. Sorry to break it to you.
No, the better. Even though I'm not on your side, Donovan, which one makes a better TikTok edit? That's the question, bro.
Great.
Oh, it's clearly Katie.
Oh, for sure.
Fantastic. All right, man. I think that's our list. That is the
Wow.
top 30 power forwards in the league. That was
Yeah.
an interesting one. Lots of movements. Lots of adjusting on the fly because none of us have very strong opinions about these lists.
The power
Oh,
forward
man.
position is so weird, and I think like we talked about it with the 2 and the 3, but it's also the same at the 3 and 4, where it's like it's just a whole bunch of guys in the league right now that are like 6'5" to 6'9", and everybody's playing every position. Like you have
Yeah.
point guards and you have centers, and
You
then
know?
you have everybody in between. And it's like
Exactly,
I
yeah.
don't know what these guys
Exactly. This list was hard because a lot of people that nominally play the 4 for their teams are really small forwards. Like a lot of guys like LeBron, you could say maybe he's the 4, but he's a small forward. Maybe Keegan Murray or Harrison Barnes, whichever one you want to pick. But honestly, they're both really small forwards. So the talent was depleted on this list because there's a lot of teams play 2 small forwards. What it comes down to.
One of the greatest lies ever told in NBA history, or you could say NBA like draft history, because it was more in that vein, is that tweeners are bad. In today's NBA, that's all you look for when it comes to players being able to be on the wing from 2 to like 4. That's all you need, bro.
Well, yes and no. I think tweeners change though. Nowadays, tweeners are the guys that are the size of a power forward, but they're slow-footed, so they have to defend centers. Like a Montrezl Harrell, he's the modern day tweener where it's really about defense these days. Of do you have the mobility to guard forwards because forwards are small forwards now. So if you're 6'9" and you're slow, you can't really have a place in this league.
Yeah, exactly. But in general, like the tweener thing was between 3s and 4s. And over time, like, you know, that's been the biggest thing. I remember who was like someone who got crucified for being a tweener. I think it's Tobias Harris, probably the most.
Draymond Green, that's a quintessential example. Yeah, he fell because he was a tweener, but then that became a strength of his, and he became the greatest tweener of all time.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, bro. So,
oh my God, where did you find this tweet?
When was this tweet?
I don't know. When did I tweet this?
Oh my God, bro! Was this the COVID era or
2019?
Damn.
Nikhil's doing his research.
Oh God!
Where did this? I forgot I tweeted this.
Yo, I'm dead.
That's hilarious.
Yo, that's hilarious, dude. Look at his neck, man. This just don't look right.
Shout out Hannibal Buress.
God,
for the audio listeners, Nikhil pulled up a tweet that says, "I'm gonna tell my kids this was Draymond Green," and it's a picture of Hannibal Buress on a red carpet. I tweeted this in 2019.
Wow, stuff.
Oh, bro, this is a gem.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. TikTok time.
About time. Oh my God.
What a transition. What a transition.
I change it up on you.
Crayon
as always,
are starving.
We're gonna feed them. As always, we're gonna begin with the draft. This time, we're gonna do a draft of only players who play for a California team right now. Current players, which means the Clippers, Lakers, Warriors, or Kings. Let's draft NBA lineups with only players who play for a California team.
All right, first pick, Wardell Stephen Curry.
Okay, fair enough.
Cool.
Easy.
Second pick,
LeBron James.
Do I want to go LeBron or AD? You know what?
You
second pick,
man.
Go ahead and pick AD.
Second pick, give me LeBron James. When healthy, I'm still picking him over AD or Kawhi or all these other guys.
Nice. That's all. Can't go wrong with that whatsoever. Naturally, give me Anthony Davis, and I have to double up with Kawhi Leonard.
You're going to have 20 games with your core.
Hey, man. This is a one-game type thing. I just need you for 48 minutes. Please don't let me down, Kawhi.
Listen, this playoffs, Kawhi didn't last a full game, so we'll see. Next up, you got... all right, well, next up, I got to take Paul George.
Naturally.
Dang.
Got LeBron and PG on the wing, starting good.
Dang. All right. Now we get to the nitty-gritty. Now we're going to start being a GM. And I think I'm just going to build the Warriors. So give me Draymond Green.
Wow.
Yeah, I need a wing defender. Give me Andrew Wiggins.
Ooh, okay, that's good.
Wow, okay.
Thank God this guy fell to me. Give me De'Aaron Fox.
You're an ass.
De'Aaron Fox. I knew you wanted him too, Mo. Too bad.
You're an ass. All right, whatever.
Listen, Russell Westbrook is right there.
Good grief, man. All right, so at my 2, give me Klay Thompson.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, I can't believe you
took see I'm building something here. You see I'm building something. Come on, man.
Yeah, give me Klay.
Couldn't let him have any continuity.
Damn, and then there's literally like no guard available for me. Like
Russell
Can I interest you in one D'Angelo Russell?
Russell Westbrook is right there.
I am
maybe Gabriel Vincent.
Gross, bro. Ugh, that doesn't count now. Okay, now I'm in hell. Literally, my wings are sexy as hell right now. Okay, so give me Domantas Sabonis. I need to snag him away from y'all. Just need to. Bro.
I was about to pick
now.
him to win this draft.
I am sabotaging your team because I can't be great. Neither will you.
Fine. Fuck.
Who you want? Who's next for you?
Give me.
Wait, no.
Zubats.
Isn't it Mostert?
Oh yeah. To round this out too.
Yep.
Round this out too. I'm gonna put Austin Reeves as my point.
You suck. You suck.
I have to. I have to.
You
Scarcity.
suck.
Were you supposed to
hate
get?
you.
No, I don't think Mo just went.
Who'd he get?
No, Mo.
Oh, he
Oh,
got
you're
Clay
right.
into.
I got
you don't get
Sabonis
Reeves.
and I got Clay. Dude, I got
Love
sabotaged.
it. Love
Reeves is gone.
it.
Damn, that's crazy. At my 2,
I can't even say anything.
give me Austin Reeves.
You suck. You suck too.
Donovan, why did you have to open your mouth?
Listen, I was trying to help you. I was trying to give you a third straight pick. It's okay.
You just set him up.
It's okay.
Listen, I got that LBJ Reeves connection. It's up.
All right, I gotta figure out some stuff at the.
Bro, you can really build the Warriors right now. Just pick 2 Warriors players.
Yeah.
Do it
Nah, I
for the
really
meme.
am.
Do it for
I
the
really
meme.
All right,
Bro, pick Chris Paul and pick Looney, please.
Oh my god.
I don't want Chris Paul.
Coward.
I don't. But I don't.
Do it for the moment.
Mo took Clay. I was trying to do something. He messed it up. He should have picked Chris Paul. He needs a point guard.
He really should have. Huh?
I am here
right
to
now.
strictly
Right now.
sabotage.
Right now, I would trade you Chris Paul for Klay Thompson.
Blocked. I'm not listening. I'm here to sabotage, not win.
Bro,
Sabotage.
sabotage Mo back. He's going to pick Chris Paul next. Don't let him have him. Make him pick Russ.
Gross.
You
bro.
know what? Okay, fine. Move Steph to my 2. Give me Chris Paul and Kevon Looney.
Oh, I got the full Warriors. Let's go.
I got the Warriors.
Let's go.
This man got Final Four Warriors minus Clay. All right, I'll
Listen.
call you back.
Listen, we
please.
might be better off.
My
because of
turn.
it.
Give me Ivica Zubats. Listen,
Nice.
I got a super team. Donovan got a second round exit in real life.
Oh man, okay. Damn. I'm looking at D'Lo and he's looking at me right back. I don't want to do it, but I think I have to do it. D'Angelo Russell. God, bro, I need
Now,
a
this man's
playmaker.
defense is anchored by D'Lo at the point of attack and Sabonis on the back end.
Yeah, bro, I am fried. But Clay, Kawhi, and AD gonna hold it up for me, man.
Are they?
Those are some old teams. There's some old
I hope.
motherfuckers.
I hope, man.
Ugh. All right, so I got De'Aaron Fox, Austin Reeves, Paul George, LeBron James, Ivica Zubats.
Nice.
All
I
right.
got D'Lo, Clay, Kawhi, AD, and Sabonis.
I got CP3, Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney. We're
Let's
eating.
go!
We're eating.
Wow, you got the 2024 champions. Nice.
That's what I'm saying. I like this team.
Damn, Fox and Reeves would be a sick backcourt.
Yeah, I like that.
Fox and Reeves
OBJ,
would be
Zubats.
amazing.
I like that.
Ooh, this team is nasty.
Yeah.
But all right, on to the next video. The next thing we're going to do, a tier list, as per usual.
Lit.
This time we're going to do a tier list of NBA duos.
Let's do it.
Current
So-
all time?
Current.
Okay.
So let's put these NBA duos into a tier list. First off, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
S.
It's Steph. No, you can't put it in
It's
S
S.
because Clay
It's
fell
S.
off. Clay fell
It's
off.
S.
Nah, Klay's taking too far of a step back to be an S still.
Has to be A.
Because there's
Oh,
duos out here with legitimately having 2 stars, and Klay's just not there anymore.
I'm
Clay
putting it
gonna
in
prove
A.
y'all wrong next season, man.
I
A is
hope-
No,
fair,
he's
though.
not.
I hope.
Klay is who he is at this point. Clay's
Clay,
still
you
really
hear
good, but what do we hear?
I can just imagine the ear bleeding meme. He's speaking down on your
A tier
name.
is fair. A tier is fair.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
What about Anthony Davis and LeBron James?
S when healthy, but I don't even say nothing. Just cut him out completely for
I
this
was-
part.
Mute button. S tier.
Come on now.
S, yeah. S. Both elite
Next
level
one.
top
Man,
10
we're being
easily
realistic.
when healthy, bro.
Yeah, they're S tier
Yeah.
still. You gotta give them that credit.
They're
Yeah,
never healthy.
exactly. Oh my god, bro.
Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray.
That's S tier. That's a real S tier.
Yeah, that's the top of the S tier. That's the best duo in the league right now, right?
Yeah, it took
Yeah.
a long ass time for people to actually notice this until results actually happened. But with the way they feed off of each other, bro, like it feels like it feels like they're literally a match made in heaven.
Well, it took a long time because Jamal Murray was gone for 2 years, so it's fair.
Yeah, while that is true, but
It's the first year he's back, so it makes sense.
yeah, that is true. But still, points still stands. They feed off of each other beautifully, and
Perfect.
Jamal Murray is just like an aggressive, eager shot hunter, and that's exactly what you need alongside Nikola.
You can't
Jokic,
ask
who's
for better
just naturally
synergy between
passive.
2-star skill sets.
Exactly, bro. They're on sync. They're on sync almost all the time.
Next up, Joel Embiid and James Harden.
F.
Oh,
Okay. No, this would have been
this
A
is
last
your time
year.
to hate.
Fact, get it off, Donovan. Get it off your chest. Where are they at?
all right, fine. I was trying to be respectful. F tier. They're chokers. They can't win. They can't win in the playoffs. They're foul merchants. I don't like them. They disappoint every single year. Put them in F. They're a failure.
No, so realistically,
They're also
last
not even
year-
a duo anymore. James Harden doesn't want to be a duo. F tier.
yeah, facts. It gotta be F just because one half doesn't want to be there. They're a duo for 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
It's crazy because last year you probably would have said A, but just playoff failure after playoff failure.
I mean, it
That
would have
one
been
guy-
D last year. They had another playoff failure last year. In case you forgot, they consistently underachieve.
Damn. F tier. I love it. There's absolutely abysmal vibes.
Plus, they both pull out the fat suit at the very beginning of each and every season, bro. Well, for Harden specifically, he pulls out the fat suit when he's upset.
Yeah, he's upset right now. He's at Magic City as we speak. Bro hasn't touched a basketball in a fortnight.
Yeah, bro. He's
Next
crazy.
Next up, Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks. Silence fills the room.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not ranking this one. It doesn't deserve to be on the board.
I will put him a spot below the list.
Please.
Hey. When it comes to hustle and grind, S. But when it comes to talent, this is G. Guangdong.
That's fair. We'll make him a new tier. Hell.
Yeah.
That's great. Guangdong.
Yeah.
Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton.
Giannis is
I'll go
carrying
A tier.
heavy, man.
I go A tier just because I don't know what Middleton is anymore with all the injuries, but like Giannis is still Giannis, so
Yeah.
I'll give him A.
Yeah. It's similar to Curry and Clay where one side's really carrying. But I have more faith that Middleton can have a bounce back season and get healthy than I do Clay. I think Clay kind of is who he is. It won't shock me if Middleton kind of returns to form next year.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can definitely get back to S tier, but they're in A tier right now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like they need to prove it first.
Yeah,
I don't
We gotta
know.
see a healthy year out of Clay.
Even then,
Middleton.
though, when I think about just like duos and just the overall synergy, I don't know if I would put them at S because like I don't feel like they play off of each other as smoothly. Now maybe it's me acting like a fool.
They're
I
just
ain't seen
coworkers.
Chris- Yeah, not that it's not that they're just coworkers, bro. It's just like the bounce back isn't really there, you know.
No.
agree.
Can't
Yeah,
explain it. It's not basketball. It's straight aura, bro. Maybe just Kristen had those lumps in his head throwing me off. I don't know. It's not basketball.
You just think Clay is hotter than Chris Middleton. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Next up, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Hey.
A tier.
Come on, they
Is
gotta be
it
S
A?
tier. No,
Why?
it's S tier.
No,
Why?
no, it's not.
Why are
S.
they S tier?
You have to win a championship together. They can't be S.
Thank you.
No, you don't. What are you talking? Dude, they
Yes,
have two
you do.
All NBA teammates. They're the
That don't
only
mean
duo
shit.
right now that has two All NBA teammates.
That don't mean shit. Win something
guess-
first, and then I'll put you in
That's what I'm
S.
Dude, come on, they're S tier.
No, they're not.
They're not
They
S tier.
also
They're A.
they also choke every single season. I'm not putting
Together.
them in S.
Yeah, they're not
Every
A
loss
because
isn't a choke.
they're not S because they don't feed off of each other.
They didn't
as
choke
well
this year.
as
They
you
got
love.
they got their teeth kicked in, but they didn't choke. Like chokes, they lost. Like they should have won. So maybe I guess you can call it a choke, but choking makes it sound much
They were
worse than it is. Choking-
playing Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent and went down 3-0. No, I
Caleb
don't
Martin
care.
stared you in the eyes, and you guys did nothing, bro. This man was in Charlotte. He got cut by the Hornets. Oh,
Okay,
you kidding
fair
me?
enough.
You want to put him S?
Okay, I guess we'll save S for the best of the best. I get it.
Yeah.
Next up, Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson.
Doo-doo, man. Ew. D.
D.
No, what are you
Come
talking
on now.
about?
Come on now.
It's
on now.
8. God, I know. Is it
No,
C?
it's not.
No, it's
No,
not. It's not. It's B.
It's B or C. I'm thinking B.
It's B.
Why B?
Yeah,
It's B.
yeah.
It's B.
B's
I mean,
fair.
Randall is an All NBA player. Brunson made this ascension, and Brunson showed up in the playoffs. Brunson was out here scoring 30 every other night in the playoffs. Like they have a very good chemistry and synergy. Like they're not going to lead your team to some like top 3 seed and some Eastern Conference Finals type thing, but they are fantastic. They're really good.
Yeah, it's 2 low-level all-stars. It's definitely B at least.
Well, yeah, okay, whatever. My hate did not win this battle.
They're
Who is C, though? Damn.
Do you want to know who C? Trae Young and DeJounte Murray.
Oh, that's a C-ass duo. Let's put them in there.
C.
C for sure. You might tempt me into putting them at D.
Look,
Yeah, say something now. Say something now, Mo.
I shouldn't have opened my mouth.
Yeah,
The power of the tongue has
Exactly.
gone to me again.
Yeah, that's a C duo for sure.
God.
Okay, next one. We have Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole.
I mean, what are we talking about? Are we talking about
Vibes.
basketball?
No basketball. No.
Are we
not
talking
basketball.
about brunch? Because listen, they're going crazy at DC brunch, right? If we're talking about the clubs, Instagram, A tier, S tier, I don't know, but I'm not putting them anything above D. If we're talking about the court, that's not them. that's not where their strength lies. Okay,
Bruh.
they're better off the court. They're
In
better off
terms of just aura, bro, they walk into any scene together, they are an S duo in Washington, bro. Everybody stops and stares. S. But basketball, yeah, this might be
Yeah.
a D.
They're F tier. This is F tier for basketball. We can be honest.
Yeah, bro. This is easily the most disgusting brand of basketball being played on both sides. But they look good together.
Next up, Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving.
I kind of want to say S because they're both hard as fuck, but man. Look. You know what I mean.
I don't
You know what I mean.
I don't.
What
I don't know
has
what you mean.
what has this society turned into? I can't compliment you guys' games.
I'll say
God.
this. I'll say this. In theory, this is S tier.
Yes.
On the court and results wise, this is a C tier duo. They got.
I think
they got together and missed the playoffs.
Yeah, I think we give them B. They can't be higher than B because they've done nothing but fail. But they're gonna be better next year. Let's be real. Like they're gonna be probably A tier. So I think
Yeah.
they belong in B for now.
Yeah, their team was depleted, lost out on one of the best defenders, perimeter defenders in the NBA. And so, of course, I think you're attaching their team success too much tied together with what they actually are together. And so
They are the team.
Kyrie's, yeah, they are the team. But there are other aspects that they needed and they didn't have that, and now they got better at least. And so B is very fair for them. They could be. I want to say S strictly off of just
Nah,
vibes, bro.
Nah.
But
they
Definitely.
have terrible vibes. If we're going off of vibes, we're going F. Luka has bad vibes. I don't like his vibe.
bro, Luka lost weight. He's coming different this year.
All right, that is a tier list. We got 11 teams here. I like
Damn.
it.
It's
Very
solid.
fair.
Yeah,
Very fair list. We did a good
Okay.
job.
I approve.
Next thing we're going to do another thing we did a few weeks ago. We're going to look at some baby pictures and guess which NBA player it is.
Oh man.
Yeah,
This
Mo, I
is
think
going
you're the host
to
of this one, Mo.
Generational, yes. Guess the NBA player by their baby pictures. Who is this
Oh, my
angry
goodness.
kid? Ah!
This
He
kid
is-
is strong.
This is some crazy
picture-
vibes.
Is that a six pack?
This picture represents who he thinks he is his entire NBA career, or at least as a late.
Who he thinks he is. Ooh.
This kid is
Is
strong.
it Dylan Brooks?
That base, look, hey,
He's,
look,
too,
man.
he's too dark for that.
I know.
Look,
I'm not trying to
Dylan
get
Brooks.
colorist.
Look, man, I
Who
ain't
is
gonna
this
say
child?
He flexing, grimacing.
Is this Patrick Beverly?
No, he's in that tier though. He's definitely in that tier of player.
This is Marcus Smart.
No.
Is this Jordan Poole?
What? Jordan Poole's light skin. That is terrible, man.
I'm sorry.
Time out for you.
Apologize.
Look at this baby. He looks like a
My
bruiser.
bad.
Think with your brain.
A
A
bruiser.
bruiser.
He looks like that.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
Is this Bruce Brown?
No, it's not Bruce Brown. I will say he has dreads now.
His dreads now.
Reds.
Yes.
A bruiser with dreads. Interesting.
He looks like a bruiser. Not saying that he necessarily is one, but
Who you talking
man,
Oh, so he's big for no reason?
you could say so.
Eric Bledsoe?
No, that's a good ass guess though. That's a good ass guess. Yeah.
Oh,
no.
is this Lou Dort?
No.
That's a funny guess.
No, that's a solid guess, but no, not Lou Dort.
Bruiser
Lou
with
Dort.
dreads. Who has dreads?
Does Lou Dort have dreads?
Yeah,
Can't remember.
Which conference is he playing right now?
East.
Plays in the East.
Who are the dreadheads?
He plays in the Eastern Conference.
It's not
This
Robert
photo
Williams,
right
is it?
here- No, this is not Robert Williams.
You said
This-
this photo right here, what?
Is
Yeah,
this
I was
Drew
gonna say.
Holiday?
You are warm, but it's not Drew.
Ah,
Oh my goodness.
who is this man?
Jay Crowder.
Oh, this is Boss Man?
Man,
This is Jay,
Think about
man.
it, baby.
Jay Crowder hasn't played an NBA game in like 8 months. Nobody's thinking about him.
He got played.
Oh man, this baby right here is ready
Come
to
on now.
inflict some pain. This is Jay Crowder, man.
That's hilarious.
We don't care about Jay Crowder like that.
He's like that, bro. Shout out to Jay.
That's funny.
Know
All
your
right, next
worth.
one.
What's the next one?
Yeah.
That kind of made me upset.
Next
That pissed
one.
me off.
Who is
Damn.
this kid?
There's Nikola
This
Jokic.
baby take
That's
up
a
the
fat
entire
baby.
screen. Damn.
I know that fucking forehead anywhere. That's Nikola Jokic.
Holy shit. He said, damn, yo. What gives it away? The forehead,
This
really?
Gerber baby, everything gives away. Look at those cheeks. This man got a fucking softball on his head.
Damn, see, I thought for a second you would think this was Luca. Only two options,
Nah.
clearly.
That is a Cabbage Patch Kid. I recognize that fat face anywhere.
He really does look like a doll.
Holy shit. Oh, damn. Oh, I'm dead, bro. Yeah.
He really got the same face to this day.
Yeah, exactly. This man did not change whatsoever.
This looks
Happy
like he's in
baby.
like he kind of looks like he's in like The Shining or something. It's kind of scary looking.
His eyes are just mad blue.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't like him. Move on.
Same haircut, too. Consistent.
Oh,
Who is this kid?
that looks real familiar.
Yep.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
it's on
Whole
tip
lot of
tongue.
Who
attitude.
is this?
Oh,
He got a
looks familiar.
Scooby-Doo shirt on. Or Scooby-Doo overalls on.
Oh, who is
Ooh.
this?
Who
I
is
know
this?
who
It's on the
this
tip
is.
of my
I know who
tongue.
this is.
This boy do not like to listen, bro. And they carried
Oh, I don't
on
know
to
what
his
that means.
adulthood.
Ooh, he looks real familiar.
Look at the ears. Look at the nose. Look at the eyes. The lips. Whoa.
Yeah, you're Matt Central over here.
Yeah.
Who is this child?
He doesn't like to listen.
He don't
What
like to
conference?
listen, bro.
What conference?
He's big. That's all I'm gonna say. He's big.
Big.
He's not like that, but he's a big.
Yeah. Oh, he looks so familiar. Who is this?
Yeah, bro.
You didn't answer my question. I said
It's not
what
Jalen
conference?
Duren. It's not.
Okay. He's in the
That
West.
James Wiseman?
No,
Oh,
it's
Western
not James.
Conference.
Yes, Western Conference. He don't
Doesn't
like to listen, bro. Don't like to listen.
Oh, this is DeAndre Ayton.
This boy can't do shit. I told you to do one thing. He can't do it. Yes, it's DeAndre Ayton, bro. Look like his mom used to give him hell back in the day. God. Yes, it's DeAndre.
Yeah, I see it.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Y'all are killing it.
Yeah, this is a crayon eater
I thought he
right
would have
here,
looked
bro.
much older. DeAndre Ayton's like 27. He looks 72. I thought he would have looked 56 out the womb.
No, he came into the league a Grizzly vet for sure.
Man.
Next up.
Who? Next up. What is baby buddy? Eat. What? God. This baby hungry.
Come on now. You picked the worst baby picture.
Oh my god. Who
Okay.
is this kid?
He is not
What
in
am I
the
supposed
league
to gain from
anymore.
this?
Oh, he's
He's
not
not
in the league?
No.
I was about to say this looks like Zion Williams adjacent.
What am I
No,
supposed to
it's
gain
not
from this? This isn't
Zion.
a straight on face. This is crazy.
This one of the greatest players at all time, and he's a big.
What is it, Shaquille O'Neal? I don't know.
Damn. Fat phobia? Yes, this is Shaquille O'Neal. You got it. Damn. Can't believe that was the first guess you had. Damn.
I thought I had the most round NBA player I could think
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. The widest of the mouth just is scary, bro. Like I didn't know baby
Yeah,
could.
that's Mr. Potato Head.
I'm sure you could have found a better picture than this.
Yeah, for sure. This
is
goes like a
crazy.
football. Like I just guessed.
Wow.
Next
Funny,
one.
bro. Next. Who is
Oh, that's
this
Paul
kid?
Pierce. That's Paul
Damn,
Pierce.
that
Don't
was
even say it.
fast.
That's obviously
That
Paul
was
Pierce.
fast. That was fast. There we go.
He looked like a menace back then. He's still a menace right now. Get Paul
looks
Pierce
so
off my
much-
screen.
Bro.
Get Paul
That's
Pierce
so
off
much
my
like Paul
screen.
Pierce.
All right.
Oh, that's
Who is this kid?
Drake.
That is Mr. Dominican himself, Jason Tatum.
No, it is
Come
not.
on now.
Wrong
What?
light skin.
His hair is not like that.
It's close.
The Daddy Granger?
No.
Oh.
No, that
Current.
looks like Tobias Harris.
No. Good guess though.
Bro,
Tobias
that looks
Harris not
Jason
like that.
Tatum.
It does look like Tatum. He's a good-looking NBA player now.
It does
I'll leave it
not
at
look
that.
like. It does
Nah,
not
this
look
looks
like
like
Tatum.
This looks like Denzel Valentine. Oh, is this Jalen Green?
No, it's not Jalen Green. Jalen Green is
That was a
dark.
bad guess. That was a bad
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
I
Jalen
said
Green.
Denzel Valentine.
Yeah,
That's a good guess.
Denzel Valentine is who, man.
I'm not gonna be mean. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
be mean.
I gotta
that-
find his baby picture next.
It's not LaMelo Ball. Who is this man?
That he was in the same. Let me not say that.
Oh,
let
you
me
already
not
did.
say
Is that
that.
Tyrese Halliburton?
No,
No.
it's not Tyrese.
Nah. But this
Not
hair's
Tyrese.
throwing me off. It looks
Devin
like
Booker? No.
No,
No.
not Devin Booker. That's a good guess
Bro,
though.
this. I don't know. I
This
don't know.
this
I'm
kid
so
looks like
the hair.
he's just too good. He's a nice guy.
Kelly Oubre?
No,
He's a nice
vein.
guy.
He is a nice guy. I wouldn't say he's
Who is
necessarily good at anything, but cute kid.
Hmm. So you're saying he's a handsome
Wow.
NBA player who's light skinned and he's trash.
Yes.
Huh. Good description.
I mean, listen, we're getting to a point where it's a lot of those. So I don't know. I don't know where to go with that.
Let's see.
It's a lot of beige kids.
Yeah.
They're filling up the league. Was he a top 10 draft pick?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
He was
Hmm.
top 10 a couple years ago.
Who is this kid?
A couple years ago.
Yeah. I think the
Huh.
cheek structure in the ears kind of give it away, but let's just stick to the cheeks and the smile.
Handsome NBA player. Is this Kevin Knox?
Kevin is ugly as hell. What? He looks like a mutant turtle. What the hell are you talking about? Kevin
Pull
Knox.
that out of the depths
He looks
of
like,
his soul.
dude. Who's that dude from the Fantastic Four? Who's
That
like
was so dramatic.
dude? Who's that dude from the Fantastic Four who has like no skin? And he's
Relax.
like Sandman
Oh
or
my
whatever.
God.
Kevin Knox is hideous. What? You know why I take that to heart? Because someone said
Come
I
on
looked
now.
like Kevin Knox one time. That's why. That's why. That's why.
You look nothing like Kevin Knox.
I know. That's what I said to this person too.
Do I need to state the obvious to why? Like, what the fuck?
God, bro. God,
I have
Kevin Knox
no
is so
idea.
ugly.
You said top 10 pick. I'm still trying to think. Top 10 pick
It's not
a couple
Michael Porter
years ago.
Jr. It's not.
No, my MPJ's a great guess though, but it's not him.
Is this Ben Simmons?
No, this dude's a bum.
Lonzo Ball?
No, it's not Lonzo Ball.
He's a bum.
Yep.
Who
he's
are
a
these
bum.
bums? Is it Jarrett Culver?
Jared Coher is black. What are you talking about, man? God.
This
Where-
kid is black too.
But he's not that black.
We're not going to do
All right,
this.
we give up. It's a TikTok. Who
All right, this is Kellyan Hayes. Good grief, man.
Oh.
He's a scrub. You see him for real now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess.
I don't be
would
thinking
ne-
about
I ne-
scrubs.
Yeah.
I never would have got there.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
funny.
that's funny.
Okay, I see it. I see it.
Next one.
All right. Who is this kid?
That is Kristaps Porzingis.
No, that's a good guess though.
Damn.
This is not Kristaps. This is the wrong white boy. Wrong tall white
Shit.
boy.
There's only a few of them. Is this Walker
Yeah.
Kessler? No. This is Larry Markkinen.
No, it's not.
Ah,
No, the hair's a little bit too straight.
Yeah,
Oh.
Larry got that curliness in his hair.
oh, you're right. Tall.
This is tough. This is tough.
blonde. He's a blonde white boy.
He's a blonde white boy. He looks
Blonde
like
white boy.
looks like a cool kid. In tune.
Is this Grady Dick? You going?
Yeah, it's Grady. Yeah.
Let's go!
There we go. That was amazing. That was amazing.
You thought
I
you
tried
got
to
me with the
throw you off.
curveball? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
I said
slacking on this one.
I said there's not that many white boys in the
getting
NBA
destroyed.
right now. And for Grady Dick, he stands out perfectly. That was great.
Yeah, there's only so many blondes.
All right. Who is this kid?
Oh, he's wearing a Wizard
Who is
jersey.
this? Who is this?
Oh,
Is
I
this-
thought.
This is jersey.
Is this Jared
But
Dudley?
that doesn't mean anything. Jared? What?
Jared
Jared-
Dudley.
Jared?
Kind of looks like Jared Dudley. He kind of looks like Jared Dudley.
Jared Dudley was
I
around in
don't
the
think
segregation
so.
days. This is not Jared Dudley. Plus, that man was forever bald and no, that is not Jared Dudley. This picture is
Okay.
too new.
Who is this guy?
Don't
It's
pay
not
attention to
Jason
the
Tatum.
jersey.
There's too many of these light skinned babies with little curly hair. I don't know who these people are. There's too many.
It's not Jason Tatum, is it?
No, it's not Tatum.
Nah.
You show me any light skinned baby, I'm guessing Jason Tatum first.
I know.
You gotta throw it out there.
You know what
Jason
epidemic
Tatum.
we're under? It's just Jason Tatum every time. I don't know.
There's mad Jason Tatum's in the league.
Hey,
every light
one
skin.
thing that I will say is that this
He's
guard,
Whitney Houston before the light skins.
this baby is a guard. He was born to be a guard. Look at how he's cradling that ball in his hand.
Oh, that's Jordan Poole?
No.
With the carry? He's carrying just like Jordan Poole.
Oh my god.
D'Angelo Russell? I'm kidding. Is this Jalen Suggs?
You're super hot right now, but no.
Cole Anthony?
Wrong light skin. All them guards are light skin. Damn.
Anthony Black?
Yes, it's Anthony Black.
Wow, let's go.
Stop picking these rookies, man.
Yes, Anthony
I
Black.
haven't
bro.
seen their
Revelation.
face enough.
The eyes give it away, man. Damn.
My next guess was Markelle Fultz.
Yeah. All light skin.
Bro, next one.
Who
Oh
is
my
this
God.
kid?
That is
I'm
Beetlejuice.
scared.
That's trying to get me in trouble, man.
Yo, crazy. Beetlejuice is crazy.
Nah, this is wild. This
Is
is
this a
Uh,
current player?
Why does this
Is
baby
this
look
a
like
foreign player? No.
No, it says a current player.
Oh, current player? No.
this baby looks like he was like raised on a farm. He's like wearing these overalls.
Not a current
I-
player. Not raised on a
He
farm.
looks mad like 1950s.
He was not
Hey, this is old as hell.
1950s. This
Is he
was
wearing
old.
a Kango? Is he wearing a Kango hat?
Is this Zachary Randolph?
No, that's okay guess, but no,
Wait, you said not a current player?
not a current player. Recently retired.
This recently retired. How
Well,
how
maybe not
recent are we
officially
talking?
retired. Not recently.
Is it-
not
what
recently
is this?
retired.
Is
Tristan
this Rajon
Thompson?
Rondo? Is this Rajon
No, it's
Rondo?
not Rondo. Not Rondo.
Is it Tristan Thompson?
That's a good run. No, it's not Tristan Thompson. Tristan just got kicked out of the league, bro. He ain't retired.
Man was unwanted.
Yeah.
Let's see. Recently retired.
Who's next on the
This
unwanted
looks like a
list?
civil rights baby. I don't know who fits the mold.
Is this J.R. Smith?
No, you're kind of close though. Not J.R. Smith. You're not close really at all.
Oh wow, that's a
He just
fucking
lied.
switch up.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to get. I had
Oh,
to
is
tell you
this-
the truth.
Is this Udonis Haslam?
No, it's not Udonis.
Dang.
This
He's
baby
not
was a
officially
big
retired.
man.
Small nigga.
Oh, okay.
That's all I had.
DeMarcus Cousins?
No, you're close.
Oh,
Close.
is this Dwight Howard?
Yes.
Ah, I'm ready
Damn,
to
this
call
man is
it.
on fire. Yo,
Good
how
job.
do you know what these babies look like, Isaac?
I know everything.
All right. How many more we have?
Who is this kid?
Woo!
Oh, I have no fucking clue.
Baby's a smiler.
Yeah.
This baby has like a very defined face for a
What
little
type
head.
of hair is that? Okay,
I know.
time out.
Hey,
With this
that's
hair,
the
we should
that
be able
be
to we should be able to
one
get-
of the clearest things. The hair is very weird, bro.
Is this DeJounte Murray? I don't even know.
no.
Nah, not
this
DeJounte.
this is what people call good hair. This is
Uh,
dang. I shouldn't.
this
like I
player
should
is on
do
the
this.
last legs of his NBA career.
Hmm.
Very defined face, awkwardly enough.
Yeah, that's a. Who is this man?
Super
Last
notable.
legs of his M.
I don't know why he has a football in his hand. Disregard that.
On the last legs.
Last legs of his NBA career. Man is a ring chaser. Is this what Udonis Haslam?
No, it's not Udonis. It will be black and white. Let's be real.
Okay, so he's a ring chaser for real. There's not a
Yeah.
lot of ring chasers in the league right now.
Wait, is he ring chasing right now?
You could say so. It wasn't his choice.
Say so. What is that? Oh, this is Christopher Emmanuel Paul.
Yes, this is Emmanuel. Look at that happy baby,
Let's go.
man. Dude, you're on a hot streak.
I don't know why.
He had hair like
nothing,
that?
It looks
That's
nothing
what
like
I'm
Chris
saying.
Paul.
This hair looks so fake, bro.
It's a toupee.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He's always been a deceiver.
Yeah.
Schemer. Next one.
I think. Ooh, we do. This is the last one.
Oh, that's
Who is this kid?
Is that
That is
Cat?
Nelly.
No, not Cat.
That's Nelly.
This boy look Dominican, bro.
Is this
That's
Jason
Cat.
Tatum?
No. God,
Damn.
no.
Is this Tobias Harris?
No.
Eventually, you will
Tobias.
pick Jason Tatum, and I will be there for it.
Look at his nose. I think the wide nose kind of gives it away.
Bro,
Charged.
don't. I'm not trying to stereotype people. I'm not trying to do it.
It's not bad.
Let's see. Who is this man? Is this Desmond Bain?
Nah.
Damn.
His hair is not like that anymore, and it's definitely overgrown.
Overgrown. It's not. Is
He
it Nick Claxton?
has a no. It's
Nick
not.
Claxton
it's not
just
Nick
cut it.
Claxton. Yeah, he has a form of braids or dreads. Just know he got locks.
Think.
Look at the eyes and eyebrows. This kid doesn't show. He doesn't look happy. Doesn't look sad. This kid is just there.
Ah.
Okay.
Kid doesn't like his life. Let's see.
I think he loves his life.
So
but
who's
he just don't know how to
miserable?
show it. No, he loves his life. He just doesn't know how to show it. He's not
There's
even smiling in this
graves.
photo. He's just like,
Don't. This isn't a rookie, is it?
no, hell no.
Thank God.
This is one of the better players. This is one of the better players in the NBA.
Is it Anthony Davis?
No, but you're super close.
Super close to Anthony Davis.
I'll say you're
Paul,
close.
Is it Paul George?
No, it's too light.
Yeah,
It's
it's
too
not
light.
Paul
Oh, is this
George.
cool?
But he's a baby though, so like colors vary.
This is Kawhi Leonard.
Yes, it's Kawhi Leonard. Look how awkward this is. I've never seen a baby pose like this before. Every baby's
This is
smiling
not
like
Kawhi
that.
Leonard.
That is
not Kawhi
Kawhi
Leonard.
Leonard.
You're lying.
Look
You're
at
lying.
that. Swear
You're
to
lying.
God. On
You're
God,
lying.
this is
Bro.
Kawhi. This
You're
is
lying.
Kawhi.
That looks like Carlton. That's Kawhi Leonard.
That is Kawhi Leonard, believe it or
No,
not.
that looks more like Derek White than it does
no,
Kawhi
no.
Leonard. What the fuck?
That is Kawhi Leonard. Promise you. Look at the nose.
What?
Crazy
How did
This is
he?
some crazy lighting.
He got like 4 shades darker. What is this? People do that?
Look, man. Bro, you
I mean,
shocked.
listen, he grew up in LA.
That's crazy.
Had there with the sun.
Yeah, bro. You'll be shocked. I was light as hell when I was a baby too, bro. It happens.
That's funny. That's the last
I mean,
one.
you weren't.
Yeah, that's the
you
last
weren't-
one.
You weren't that light.
That's crazy. For our next video, we're gonna do something we did last week, and we're gonna do a blind ranking of players. Donovan, I think you got 5 names for us.
Yep. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
And what are we doing this time? What are we ranking?
We're gonna be ranking NBA MVPs. So we're
Ooh,
gonna
okay,
blind
okay.
rank these NBA MVPs.
Let's go.
All right. Blind rank these NBA MVPs without knowing who's next.
You don't have to say blind. Just say rank these MVPs. I don't know who's next.
All right. Rank these NBA MVPs without knowing who's next.
Let's go.
All right. First one, Steve Nash.
Oh, this
Ooh.
has to be 5.
5?
5.
Yeah, there's probably not a
Easily
worse
5.
MVP out there.
Yeah, there's not a lot of. I don't know.
What
I
if he
think
pulls out
it's
Joel Embiid? Yeah, it's safe to put Steve Nash at 5. I'm cool
Yeah, if
with
he pulls out Joel Embiid, I'm still taking Joel Embiid over Steve.
that. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, Steve.
Next one, Steph Curry,
This might
Which
be
year?
one.
2016.
This has to be one.
Ooh.
Probably one
Do we want to...
or 2. I think 2 is safe. 2 or 3 is safer.
There's not a lot of
I think
years better
2.
than 2016 Steph Curry.
One. Do you think he would do us that dirty to name the best
Yes.
Steph had? You don't trust this
I
man.
100% would do you that dirty.
Let's put him at 2 just to be safe.
Okay. Unanimous MVP? Crazy, man. He's
know.
unanimous. He's unanimous.
Okay, let's go on.
Yeah, he's
2016 Steph
unanimous.
Curry won.
Yeah.
We're not gonna feel dumb about anybody
Yeah.
being behind Steph Curry.
2011, Derrick Rose.
That's
4.
what, 4?
4.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable putting him 4. People are gonna hate that, but I don't care. He's 4.
Hey, vibes, he is number 1. But if we're being real, he is definitely 4.
Yep. 1 in our hearts, 4 in our brains.
Yeah.
All right. 2022, Nikola Jokic.
I think that's probably
3?
2, right?
2 or 3?
I think probably 2. That was a great season.
Yeah.
The only way we'll regret it is if he pulls out like Braun. And if he does, so be it.
I think I kind of want to put him at 3, though, personally. If he pulls out Braun, it's on you.
What if he pulls out Embiid?
That is true. That MVP was.
I don't think we'll regret putting Jokic at 2.
All right, let's put him at 2.
Let's go.
All right, last one. 2001, Allen Iverson.
I feel very okay with putting him behind Jokic. Put him at 3.
Easy. We won.
Yeah, I think this is perfect.
I think that's a solid list.
That was a great call by you. Amazing.
Ice in my fucking veins.
Sorry, AI.
Yeah, I don't think I would change that if I could.
No, I think you guys
was-
did. I think you guys did very well. Very solid.
Hell yeah.
I'm so happy we did not put Curry at number 2. That unanimous helped us.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. One more video we got in us, and we're going to do something we've been doing. It's a new staple of the show. Old versus new. This time, power forwards.
Ooh.
So let's get ready to argue before we get out of here.
Okay.
Last segment of the day. So, which NBA power forward is better, old or new? Giannis Antetokounmpo or Kevin
Giannis.
Garnett?
Giannis. Giannis.
He didn't let me finish.
Giannis.
Munch. Munch.
And I'm proud.
Glazing.
That's tough.
It is tough.
That's tough.
It is
Very
tough.
tough.
KG was a psycho, man, and if he was in the NBA today, he'd be wreaking havoc.
Yeah. Who's the better defender?
Probably KG.
Yeah, well, it's hard
But
to be a better defender than DPOY Giannis, but KG's one of the few guys KG's one of the few guys you could realistically say is.
I'm going KG. I'm going KG. I think the
Yeah.
fact. I think the fact that like we just let, or not even we, that he let himself just like waste away on those god awful Minnesota teams kind of like hurts him a little bit. Because if he was anywhere else 3 years prior, he would have racked up rings. So I'm going KG.
Yeah, I think KG's a slightly better defender, a slightly better passer, but Giannis is a better scorer, I think.
Overall, and I think that tips it over for me. I think Giannis. But it's not by a landslide.
He's not crazy like KG. I'm
Ooh.
picking
Giannis is
KG
nice.
off a straight mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giannis' mentality is corny dad jokes and being horny.
All right, we'll go KG for pure psycho factor.
Yeah.
Next up, Dennis Rodman versus Draymond Green. I'll let you know before you say anything. There's a right answer. If you say the wrong one, I'm not speaking for the rest of the episode.
But
I'm
the
gonna try to
Draymond
guess the
po-
wrong answer.
The
It's
Draymond
Dennis
Green
Rodman.
podcast is sliding on me, man.
All right, who's the answer?
Dennis Rodman.
Oh man, I kind of yeah. It's Dennis Rodman. It's Dennis. It's Dennis. It's Dennis. The rebounding is different, man.
Keeping him silent.
I think Donovan was joking. Mo's serious. Seek help. It's obviously Draymond Green.
Yeah, but Dennis is a fashion
Obvious?
icon. What will we remember Draymond for?
Come on.
Obvious.
No, it's Draymond Green. Draymond Green is probably... So, Dennis Rodman's a better rebounder. Draymond Green is probably a better defender. He's more versatile, changed the game more. His playmaking, it makes him have way more offensive utility than Dennis Rodman had. It's really not a conversation, I don't think.
That is true.
I think it's close. I think it's close. I don't think it's like Draymond's not lapping Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, but in
lapping
terms
is
of
a
how
strong
many,
word because he's.
yeah,
But it's like clearly, like it's a small margin, but the margin's very clear.
yeah, it's like in terms of how many aspects of the game is he getting himself involved in, and just how he's elevating everything and everybody you can think of on the court, and even things that you're not thinking of, it's probably Draymond.
Yeah, it comes down to Draymond is a very useful offensive player that enabled the Warriors' offense to be what it is. Dennis Rodman has very little offensive value.
He's probably a zero, but he would eat on League Fits today, man. He would eat.
Oh yeah, the vibes would be immaculate in today's day.
Absolutely ahead of his time in terms of swagger and aura.
Facts, and in terms of befriending dictators.
Cut.
I'm not cutting that. Man's best friend's a dictator. What do you want? Simple facts.
We have bags to secure.
Facts.
You're talking about chumming it up with dictators.
Listen, Dennis Rodman's not giving us a bag.
Think of the corporations, Isaac.
Next up, LaMarcus Aldridge versus Zion Williamson.
You know where I'm going.
Where are you going?
I'm going LaMarcus Aldridge. He can play. Zion can't.
Yeah,
It's simple and plain.
but I never watched LaMarcus Aldridge play and be like, "Wow, I've never seen a player do this before."
And you feel the way about Zion?
Absolutely, Zion
L.
is elite.
L.
Zion,
I mean, LaMarcus was elite as well. LaMarcus was pretty great in
for
his prime.
sure, super underrated, bro. But I think I'm gonna lean for now LaMarcus, but it won't be that for long.
Yeah, if Zion didn't
I
have his
mean,
injury
it might
problems,
be.
I think
It might be Zion doesn't play. It might be 3 years until we see him do something.
Hey,
yeah. If Zion didn't have the injury concerns, I would go him, but he hasn't done enough to supplant LaMarcus Aldridge yet.
yeah, it is true. That is true. But peak of their powers, Zion already. We don't even know what the peak of his powers look like, bro. This is a 22-year-old Zion who eats donuts every morning for breakfast, bro. Like, this is scary.
Yeah, man's a beignet bandit.
Yeah, bro. Beignet bandit.
Been waiting to say that.
Man, it's Captain Croissant.
Yeah, this whole segment just wrapped around that one joke.
Detective Donut over here.
Detective Donut.
You clearly have a note with just all of these written down.
Lieutenant Lobster Roll.
Lieutenant.
Nah, he's going crazy. He's going crazy.
Oh god, Lakil's put up a tweet.
See, that was the craziest time right there, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Man.
People be on Zion's head. It's kind of unfair.
Yeah, I think
As
this
I
is
call-
when this. I think this is when the Sprite commercial came out too. When his stomach, his gut was OD big.
Yeah.
It was terrible angle.
All right, next up, Anthony Davis or Pau Gasol.
AD. Ooh,
It's AD. It's AD.
AD. Yeah.
You can't.
Both.
people-
yeah.
You can't front.
People crucified me when I said this when we made an all-time Lakers team.
That
I don't
is
care.
crazy.
It's obviously Anthony Davis.
Yeah, people were in their fields way too much when they crucified you. It's AD. Defense, there needs to be no discussion about that. AD is one of the best defenders in the NBA. Pau Gasol's never been to AD's level in terms of that. And offensively, yeah, Pau Gasol's cool. Can do a lot of things that AD cannot do. But in terms of versatility, it's AD still, bro.
Yeah, people
I
just
agree.
have a lot of nostalgia for Pau Gasol because they have it for Kobe and they link them together, but they're not the same caliber of player.
Yeah, exactly. Get out your feelings.
Amari Stoudemire or Julius Randle?
You gotta. I gotta give it to Amari Stoudemire. Like before his knees went out, Amari was killing it on both ends of the floor. Part of the Suns team that helped revolutionize the NBA. Amari was like that.
Yeah,
Facts.
easily, but he wasn't the best defender in the world, but easily better defender than Julius Randle. And I think his skill set as like the best lob catcher in the NBA, perfect guy to pair next to a dynamic guard, is more valuable than what Julius brings as a tough shot mid-range jump shooter.
Also, Amari's vibes 10 times better than Julius.
Facts. Exactly, bro. I never met an NBA player who was able to make his own son cry at his game. Damn.
It's quite the accomplishment.
Yeah.
Last one. Jaren Jackson versus Zach Randolph.
I want to say Zebo for strictly vibes, man. The bully's bully.
I do
Yeah.
too.
I want to say him because I'm scared to say anything otherwise. So, Zach Randolph.
Facts. Yeah, this dude
Zach
had some
Randolph it is.
phenomenal. Facts, dude. This dude had some phenomenal performances too. Actually played a big part in leading the Grizzlies and studying that culture. I think in 2014 he upset some insane
It was
teams.
the Spurs.
The Spurs, bro. He was the face of that. Zebo? Yeah.
2015?
I think it was-
2013? No.
I don't.
Yeah, it might. I think it was 2013. No. I
think
don't
it was
know.
20
I don't know,
thought
but they did
2014,
it. But they did
whatever.
it, and Zach Randolph
No, they won
was
in
a big part of
2014.
that.
I lied. Yeah, you're right.
It's probably like 2011
No,
or something like that.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Or 2015, I
Jaren
don't
Jackson
know,
is
whatever.
not the better player.
Yeah. Better archetype.
No, it's
sure.
Jaren Jackson, obviously.
No, I'm sticking to Zebo for now.
All right, guys. That's the episode.
Crayon Eaters, it was a pleasure. Make sure you go ahead and leave a like, comment, all that good stuff. Join the Discord.
Comment, I'm scared of Zach Randolph. Let's see that in the comments.
Facts.
Beautiful.
Goodbye.
Until then, see ya.
Peace.